Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to another Monday Night Live. It is the 19th of July and it is about 365 degrees outside. It is baking. Matt's in his vest. You lot can't see, but I've got an ice cold bottle of water behind my back to keep me cool. I've got the fan on me.
Bro,
if I stand up, you lot are gonna get a horrible surprise. It is hot in the conservatory.
It's crazy. Bro. It's crazy. And for those that are probably gonna ask, yeah, my microphone, yeah. People, it's a long story. My microphone was faulty. I've had to send it back, but I'm getting it a new one tomorrow. So I'll be back in that crystal clear 4K HD sound tomorrow, people. Tomorrow.
I reckon the people want to see the guns, though, man. I think that's what they want to see, bro.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm not training at the moment, you know. So
I mean, they want to see some guns, Hulk Hogan, bro. I want to see...
I'm not training, you know. I'm not training, you know. Just get a little bit of shoulder in that.
Little something. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, please do like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, but also do leave comments throughout the show. It really helps with the interaction and engagement, etc. Matt, a lot's happened today, innit? Like Monday morning hit and it was just like, yeah, weekend done. Too much
has happened. Like, I can't believe it's Monday, as you said, the 19th. We just started pre-season pretty much. And we wake up to the news of Jordan Henderson. I can't get my head around it. I really can't. We're going to chop it up right now. But to say that I'm shocked and disappointed, is an understatement, because it's got Wijnaldum, Emre Can written all over it at the moment, as things stand. Obviously, things can change. It's early days. Yeah. Got 2 years left. But when I'm hearing things in articles, various articles, and this is what I've got to understand as well, Carl, Henderson's camp had no issues, having his story out there, and now did Liverpool, which is kind of concerning. The whole if you look at all the articles, a lot of them pick up on he's 31 years of age. Yeah. And when he's due for a new contract, he'll be 33. And Liverpool are being consistent. They are. We just don't like it. They're being consistent because look at Gini Wijnaldum. It's the same kind of situation. Over 30 or 30. How do they want to go about this? Do they want to offer a 1 year? Do they want to offer a 2 year? Bro, this is the captain, bro. I mean, and again, do you know what else is telling? In fact, I'll let you get into it as well, Carl, because I just feel like there's a lot to dissect with this. There's a lot, bro. There's a lot that I want to say as well about FSG, about Klopp, about the players. So yeah, we'll chop it up, man. Drifty will be here soon as well, so he'll get involved.
First super chat says Neil Jones said that Naby will get a new contract. What the F? We'll discuss that. We've got that on the schedule to discuss. Troy M says red herring, don't fall for it. This is a ploy by FSG to get us so worked up about Hendo that when they obviously re-sign him, we'll be so relieved and ignore the lack of spending this summer. You're saying 5D chess and that, Troy? Boy. Musa says, I think it's just a slow news day. Ornstein released another article and reworded what he said this morning. Negotiations haven't spotted its for traction. Haven't started, I'm guessing that is.
I've read differently on different articles. So big up Neil Jones, who's
obviously all the time.
Yeah, he's a big. I was about to say big part of China, but he's an extended part. Big up Neil Jones. If he is watching, one of his articles. And go check him out, people, as well, because Neil Jones is an amazing writer for Gold.com.
Solid.
He said that the initial like negotiations, obviously like that first stage where you come together at the table and kind of see where each other are at, that broke down immediately. There was like an impasse, and so far there hasn't been any talk of when these talks are going to resume. And I believe what Neil Jones says as well. I think it's been reported by somebody else in the Daily Mail as well. I'm trying to remember his name. So, and obviously
Dominic
Ornstein
King. Was it Dominic
yeah,
King?
yeah, it might be Dominic King. And I think Ornstein did touch on that as well. I don't know. I haven't read his reworded article, but he did touch on it. And I think what the worrying thing is that it's how can talks break down so early, sort of thing. Or oh, Paul Joyce, that's another one. And you see Paul Joyce,
Paul,
he's top, bro. He's top. Might have to get him on the show as well.
King Rich says Hendo saw what happened to Genie, so he put in pressure on the club, and he has a right to do that. Indeed. Apologies, guys, if you see me constantly wiping my forehead. It is baking.
Oh, yeah,
not complaining.
My on deck.
Yeah, I'm not complaining because I do like the weather the way it is, but it is baking in the conservatory. I'm looking to definitely lose some weight as I come out of the conservatory.
Weight cut,
1975 Jamrock says, I tend not to believe any of this, to be honest. I think it's clickbait. It comes down to which report you want to believe. I believe none.
Fair enough. I understand that because sometimes it's a case of there's no news, so let's bring something up. But in my opinion, I think for certain journalists to write about this, I think it's because there's a lot going on.
And I think Henderson is someone, if something like this is written, I think Henderson's the type of person who'd squash this quite quickly.
He'll probably come out on his, if this wasn't true, Jordan Henderson, in my opinion, will probably come out on his Twitter. Like, he's that type of person to be like,
he'd make sure journalists stop writing.
Yeah, or he'll just be like, listen, it's rubbish. Don't worry about that. Like, I'll leave that with the club. We'll get that sorted. But I don't think it's that. I think there is something to this, and I think we should be concerned. I don't think we should be like thinking, it's over, but I just think we should be concerned at this stage anyway.
Indeed. Dinesh says, evening, gentlemen. I think FSG did say with Steve Gerrard that when he wanted to say, I'm guessing did the same with Steve Gerrard.
Yeah, because Gerrard wanted to stay in it, but they didn't offer him the terms that he wanted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Sly Ross one says, Cow is drifty. Okay. Heard he's on Henry's yacht right now. We will patch him in. We will patch him in. Hopefully he's not on Henry's yacht, or else that could end bad for everyone involved. Very bad. But look, let's talk about this Hendo situation, Matt, because there's a couple of ways you can look at it. I think you can look at it from the sense of, is it agents playing games with the media and saying, look, this is what's happening. Let's put some pressure on the club. We've seen what's happened with Emre Can. We've seen what happened with Genie.
Yeah.
The talks over the last couple of weeks have been Fabinho, Alisson and Salah, Virgil as well. His name hasn't really been mentioned. Is it a case of him kind of putting his foot down and saying, look, don't take me for granted just because I'm loyal, just because I'm quiet and I get with my job without any sort of distractions. Don't take me for granted and like offer me proper terms and make it proper. Do you think it's a case of agents, or do you actually think this story is actually true?
I think it's a bit of both, to be fair. I think the agent is making it known that Jordan Henderson probably isn't getting the terms that he would like. And I also feel like it's Henderson's way of also being like, I don't want another Genie situation. I don't mind this being out there now. Hopefully things do get resolved and applying a little bit of pressure on the club. So yeah, I have to think that, because I think he's 31 years of age. He's had a couple of injuries. Maybe he's a little bit concerned in terms of how the club are going to treat him, how the club are going to, are they going to reward him like how they didn't reward Genie Wijnaldum?
Yeah.
Is he going to be another one that just kind of falls through the cracks? And if he is another one that falls through the cracks, there's going to be an absolute storm coming FSG's way. I think there will be. But here's the thing, though. With FSG, I will say this. They are very consistent in terms of how they do business when it comes to players of a certain age. So whenever you do touch that 30 years of age, they seriously analyze it and think, oh, is he worth this 3-year deal? Is he only worth a 2-year deal? When sometimes you just got to look at the stature of the player, because you got to look at, for example, Sergio Ramos. I know he's just gone to PSG, but Ramos left when he was like 36, like when literally like he couldn't be the same like Ramos anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the same thing we should be doing with Jordan Henderson. Like until the wheels really fall off, because remember, you got to think about, can he be part of the coaching staff? Maybe he wants to become a manager one day at Liverpool. Maybe he wants to be an ambassador. There's so many things, and I suppose this contract that he's going to get now will be his last big contract. And what worries me is that FSG are looking at him going, yeah, but bruv, like you're in 2 years, you're 33. Like you're not going to be the same Jordan Henderson. But I don't really care about that, to be honest. I just want to reward a player that has given absolutely everything on and off the field. He stood up to FSG when it came to the Super League team. He stood up in regards to
hate speech and the online
everything.
abuse.
He's a model professional.
The NHS stuff when the pandemic was at its peak.
Bruv, he embodies Liverpool. If you speak to a lot of the players, like I've spoken to them, but like they always say like, oh, Jordan Henderson reached out to me. I think Jota said that, and someone else as well. Like
it's not just for Liverpool as well, even for England. Like it's glowing reports all round, always glowing reports.
Henderson is that guy. And do you want to know something? Whether you think Henderson was better than Genie or Genie's better than Henderson, they both like fall into that same bracket of 30 years of age. How are FSG going to reward them? If FSG don't reward Jordan Henderson, boy, it is.
It's going to be incredibly.
It's going to be
crazy to see what happens. Edward says, no shock that Hendo, who led both our players and Premier League captains in coming together against the ESL, has now been told a contract isn't there for him. Never forget who we're owned by and what they've tried to do. I mean, it could be true. I think at this stage, that's a bit of a conspiracy theory at this stage, but I'm not going to say that's a lie either. I hope that doesn't come across in a rude way. 1975 Jamrock says, do you know, guys, that the same reporter reporting Saul to Barca also reported that LFC led the race for Coutinho? All agent spin is BS going on. Yeah, there are elements of that as well. I just think with this one, it's slightly different. Henderson news doesn't get put out in the media often.
This is what I'm saying.
For this to happen, something's going on, in my opinion.
Bro,
I'm not saying that what's gone out is true, but something's going on. There's no smoke without fire with this one, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Trudon, thank you very much for your super chat, Trudon. Musa says, you think Hendo leaves before his contract is up? All right, so I was going to ask that question slightly later. Drift, do you think Henderson leaves before his current deal is over?
I think his loyalty to the club will probably take a real shove out the door for him to go. Like, you'd have to force Henderson out. He's not going to do anything to make him leave. You'd have to force him out. And I can't imagine Klopp ever letting that happen because of how much love and respect he has for Hendo. But if we're going to mess around, listen, I live in a world where people said get rid of Mane. People constantly slag off Origi. Gino and Adam had to leave for free. And now they're talking about Henderson. This club's trying to do everything to make me go off. Like literally, it's like I've just got to keep myself as calm. I feel like I'm being personally targeted while all my favorite players are being targeted. Like, if Henderson goes in the same sum as Genie, I'm not completing the sentence because I'll get in trouble.
Why don't you rephrase it?
Why don't I rephrase it?
Yeah.
Fire like a bun.
Chocolate bleu. Chocolate bleu.
Sanjay with Super Chat here. Great show, brothers, as always. I'm a little worried as it sends a wrong message to the rest of the team. Can potentially cause unrest as well as put off potential incoming players at similar age.
Also, before we go any further, for all the Because I know Liverpool scour what goes on social media. That's what they're supposed to do, right? They'll probably see me and Drift in vest tops and thinking, wow, like these men are really upset. Well, we are upset. Like,
Yeah, you man are wearing a wife beaters.
I want Liverpool to understand this. Yeah, you done us dirty with Gini Wijnaldum. Firstly, yeah, you didn't want to give the man his dues and didn't want to pay him. You really and truly could have probably stopped this story from coming out if you felt it wasn't true, which means it is true. Are you actually trying to prepare us for the worst? Because I don't like what they're doing, and I don't like when I see every journalists say the same thing about age and length of contract and all that stuff. It's too like they're not making, in my opinion, they're not making this up. You know, it's not like we're seeing conflicting stories. You know, we're seeing the same thing, like the same thing. And again, some people might go, "Oh, but look at the Thiago thing." All the, Liverpool journalists at the time were saying Thiago is not coming to Liverpool unless a midfielder signs, and that is true. But what you got to remember is this, though. In my opinion, for David Ornstein, because I think I saw it first from the Athletic, they got Ornstein. His article was like, it was sharp, innit? Straight to the point. Like, there's a real danger of Liverpool losing Henderson this summer because right now contract negotiations have stalled. They don't know when they're going to get back to the table. And here's the joke. We heard that with Gini Wijnaldum. And I just kind of feel like, as Drew said, if this is another repeat again and we've got to go through this again, I can't lie, bro. That's a bit...
Can I play devil's advocate as I always do?
Yeah, of course.
Is there any chance the club have leaked this? Because if he's not signed the contract, maybe the club have leaked this as well. Because if they're saying they're going to double
to make it look like
because if they're saying they're going to double let me finish.
I know what you're going to say. I think I know you can say that. Yeah,
in terms of if he's not going to sign a contract, they're not going to let his contract run down to 1 year. So by him not signing, if the club leak it, kind of get feelers out there to see who might or might not be interested in Henderson, and also get feedback from the fans as to how it would be if he were to leave. Again, clutching at straws here, but could it be something that the club could potentially leak? Because if he's not signing, then they want to be seen to potentially being in a position where, well, we've offered him a deal, but he doesn't want it.
I mean, knowing how our owners are, yeah.
But we can't say that because we can't sit here and say our owners are vindictive like that. There's no evidence of that.
That they're not vindictive
in terms of doing stuff like that. We can't just we've got no proof of them doing stuff like that. Like the ESL, yes, but not in terms of leaking stuff and then trying to get the fan base to turn on a player. I don't think they've ever done that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put it past them with all the other stuff they've done.
Arguably. But to say that they would do this, I think...
will never accuse somebody of something without proof. But, if you've beaten someone up in the past and then someone gets beaten up and you don't know who it is, you're not bad mind if you go, was it you, bro? You got a track record, just asking you because I want to know. I'm going to the obvious one first and then I'll move on after that. No, who knows? Point. The club could do something dirty like this, but they don't seem to care about doing dirty in other angles. So why would they not hang a player out to dry as not to look like they're really on a mad one with Gini and Hendo both going through the same situation in one summer? We're talking about the captain of the football club. And this is the thing that's mad. I actually think that the point that one of you lot made a little while ago about like he's the one who's kind of going against all of the not the billionaires and the power people, but like Hendo is very much a man of the people. And every time anything happens, he's the first one to go, "No, we're not having any of that."
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past the owners to think, no, we don't respect you and not that you're captain, but yeah, you're a bit of a headache. You're a bit too much of a you make sure we don't do what we want. Yeah, let's get him out. It'd be easier to do stuff without him around. You can't put it past that.
All right, Jeff, let me ask you this then. So if let's say that is the case, yeah, and I'm asking you this directly because I want to get your opinion on this. Do you think, J.W. Henry, because it got reported quite heavily that Jordan Henderson was like was the one that kind of came forward and was like, "No, we ain't doing no Super League, innit?" I don't know if you remember. He was the one that was like, "We ain't doing no Super League."
He got every captain from the Premier League together to say,
Yeah,
none of us are having any of this at all. Like, you know what I
and
mean?
this is what I'm saying. Do you think there is that, as you say, that slight, as it was? Do you think maybe even that has something to do with it? Because what you got to remember is this year, that Super League would have helped so many clubs financially and just made them stupidly rich, right? But obviously, you're ruining football, so to speak. Though you're ruining football. You're ruining like the essence of football when it's about culture. It's not just about, I don't know, 20 teams being super rich and having this great you know what do you call it? Great theatre, or what you gonna call it, right? There's a part of me that, now that you said it, there's a part of me that feels like, right, you know what? Maybe JW, as much as he rates Jordan Henderson as a man, maybe he's probably thinking, yeah, you are the guy that led the whole Super League revolt thing. You are the guy that whenever there's an issue, you know, but again, he's the captain. But I don't know how these Americans are, innit? All we know from these Americans is that they're very candid, so to speak. They try not to say too much. And when they do, you don't believe them. When JW gave his apology, the man was reading off a prompter or reading off whatever it was, off an iPad. It didn't look real. Maybe you got a point, you know? Maybe. And I'm not saying this definitively because I don't want to, as you say, accuse people and say, this is it. This is the reason why. But then, now that you said that, it has made me think, right, you know what? That maybe there's something behind, maybe there's a little thing behind it, and maybe that's making it like things a bit harder. Because, as you say, bro, he's the captain. He's the figurehead of the club, right? Why is it an issue to give him a new deal? Like, what's the big issue here? It can't be financial, because Jordan Henderson, if you want to pay him 200 grand or whatever you want to pay him, the money's there. Length of contract, the money is length of contract as well. The finances are there. What's the issue?
And let me give you a little eye opener, yeah, as to what. And again, as you said, like, I'm not going to sit here and I'll say it's definitive. We're just spitballing, right?
We're spitballing.
There's a situation with
questions.
our captain that don't make no sense, and we're spitballing here.
Yeah.
At 34 years of age, happily, because I wanted it to happen, we gave James Milner a 2-year extension at 34 years of age. Yeah. And at 31, just turned 31, by the way. Henderson's birthday was in June. So he just turned 31. Just turned 31. Yeah? We're struggling to figure out to give him an extension. And I'd just like to add that him and Milner are actually on the same wages as well. So it's not like Henderson earns like 100 grand more and there's a lot more to it. Yeah. They're on the exact same wages, yeah? So how comes a 34-year-old Millie can get a new deal, but a 31-year-old Hendo can't get a 2-year extension to a deal? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. I'll be honest with you. And reports today that I really don't like, is that Pochettino has actually really put his nose in, hearing that there could be unrest, because he is a big fan of Hendo and would love to bring him to PSG to become a part of what he's, that winning mentality he's trying to create within the club to get over the line in the Champions League. He actually is very interested in Hendo and has actually already been like, what's the situation over there? Just need to know. So if you've got clubs like PSG putting interest in, we've got to be a little bit more worried than just, oh, well, maybe this will. Because you know what? If Hendo feels like he's being done dirty, he could turn around and go, well, PSG is still a great step for me after all I've achieved with Liverpool. Do you get what I mean?
Genie's
then
there
we go
as well.
PSG.
Yeah, Genie's there already as well.
But let me ask you this
exactly.
quickly. I just read something. This is a little extract from Pearson Ornstein's article. Bigger than Anfield Watch again. Just a little extract from the article from earlier on. I think this might be the reworded one. It goes, while talks over a contract extension for Jordan Henderson have taken place, no real progress has been made. Negotiations haven't broke down. Dialogue is still ongoing, but it's both a complicated and sensitive situation. The reality is that FSG currently has bigger priorities to address in the squad. What?
All right. So that suggests to me that Henderson, Ali
Yeah.
Ali, Fabinho,
Yeah.
Salah, and Virgil
Van Dijk.
are the four main
And
ones they want
Mane.
to renew.
And Mane. And Mane.
No. I'm saying for this summer, I think are the four main contracts they want to renew, and then the others I think they'll try and get done before January, barring Firmino and Mane. And Kate, in fact, Kate will speak about as well because there's some reports about Kate today as well.
Can I just quickly read us some stuff because stuff's coming in as we're speaking? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go through the super chats?
Yeah. Of course, Kev. Yeah, of course. I'll get it all lined up and I'll start reading it off.
Aidan Andrews says Drifty tried
mad,
to slide Origi in there. That was earlier when you were speaking about the players. Yeah, we noticed that as well, Drift. Kai Lewis says, big up Kop-Ish. It was my son's birthday on Saturday. I'd ask you to drop the beat for me, but Naby might hear through the Bluetooth and get injured. Big up, you guys. Let's drop the beat for your son, Kai. Happy birthday to your son, Kai. Yafu says, do you think Henderson's agent is pulling strings? Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's what, and look, here's the thing. As fans, we seem to hate agents for some reason. Like, not all agents are bad. Plus, an agent's job is to get the best deal for their client. So he or she, whenever they're an agent, is doing their job. Now, obviously, you've got certain agents, not going to mention any names, who go above that and, you know, do silly things. But on the whole, like, come on, man. Like, agents got to do what they got to do. Sorry, Kai, it wasn't. Oh, it was your birthday, Kai. Sorry,
it's his
Kai.
birthday, I was going to say. Yeah,
let me drop the beat for you then, Kai. Happy birthday, Kai. Sanjay says this could potentially have a negative effect on Salah, Verge, Mane, Bobby in terms of whether they decide to renew their contracts or not. Very true. Slyros once said it's concerning how many players we have on 2 years left. Inevitably, a few will leave for free. We take weeks to do one contract. Do it in the winter, not the summer. I'm going to read out a couple more super chats and then come back to that. 975 Jamrock says, did you guys read the article? Piers said negotiations have not broken down and the dialogue is ongoing. Delicate balancing act. No progress made yet. Thank you for that, 975 Jamrock. True Don says, my super chat didn't go through. I was saying it looks like LeBron is going to have to donate some of his Space Jam check for Hendo to stay and for new transfers. Yeah, take that money right now, bro. Liam says, would love to know Klopp's opinion on this. I think Klopp's opinion is that he wants Henderson to stay. I think that's a very 100%. Simple. That's a very simple one, that one. Yeah. Almost done, mate. Almost done.
Yeah, no, cool.
Bogdan says, Ornstein, it's not about money. Hendo wants to make sure he's valued. Doesn't want a new contract just because it's the right thing. He sent it in a DM. I don't know. I don't know if Hendo is going to send Ornstein a DM. But we move. King Rich says, the way Genie was treated has opened a can of worms. Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. We're still waiting on Genie to spill the tea on that as well, because he said he was going to say we could kind of do with Genie doing that now.
Guys, yeah. So I'm gonna swap cameras because this one's overheating. So you lot are stuttering a lot, and I don't know if you can see me. I actually put a whole bowl of ice next to me with the 2 pre-made drinks, so I could keep topping up the drinks with ice as they get warm. And you know something? Within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's just a bowl of water now, bro.
Yeah, bro. The heat is
It's actually just a bowl of water.
Bro, the heat is
if I didn't have this air cooler next to me, I would actually pass out right now.
Bro, I've got the fan on me now. Like, if the fan were on me now, I'll be finished.
So let me just swap cameers and let this one cool down.
Yeah.
Cool.
While he does that, Kai, you might as well read up more super chats, and then I'll wait for Drift to come back and because I want him to hear the stuff that I'm gonna say. Because this, bro.
That's all the super chats for now. What I will say, so before Drift comes back, then this whole thing of leaving contracts to run down to 2 years, it's got to stop now. Like, there has to be some sort of a change here with how it's going, because we should not have so many top class players and important players on 2 years left on their deal all at the same time. You should be staggering contracts.
Agreed.
And it almost seems it was negligent of the club. And again, I've got my theory on this. I've always said that I believe we let contracts run down to the last 2 years because it means you keep a player on the same salary for as long as possible without having to upgrade their contract and how much they're making. But all that does is put us in situations like this, where now we're having to look at about 6 players who all need new contracts and thinking to ourselves, well, we also need to bolster the squad. Are we able to do both? And clearly it looks like we're struggling.
Bro, do you want to know something? If I'm not mistaken, right, so all these contracts, right, so is Henderson's in the same group as Van Dijk, Salah, Mane,
Firmino. No, not Firmino,
Fabinho, Alisson. No, Alisson, them man.
Yeah, Alisson, Fabinho.
If I'm not mistaken, they all signed these deals in 2018, right? Was it 2018 or 2019? They all signed 5-year deals, yeah?
Yeah.
And you know what's so magic? When they all signed these new deals, remember guys, when it was like one after the other, like, oh my days, they're all signing, right? Hear this now. Not one of us thought, at one point it would literally be like, but they're all going to expire at the same time as well. Like, Liverpool have actually done the whole, they signed together, they could leave together. That's poor, bro. They should have done someone from last year, and they should have done someone from the year before, or whatever it was. Bro, you can't do it all at the same time. That's the stupidity, if you ask me. You can't do them things.
I know I'm
sorry, Drew. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to read out a couple of super chats. So Jovanovic08 says, yes, boys, what's good? What was your thoughts on Glatzel before he got injured? Generally thought he'd break through and was highly rated by Klopp. Did you guys watch much of Glatzel before he got injured?
I didn't.
Is it Peter Glatzel?
No, Paul.
Paul Glatzel. Where did he play?
Striker. He used to play up front with Bobby Duncan pretty much. And them two did really well together.
Was he back in the days of... No, I'm going too far back now.
No, this was recent. He was here with Bobby Duncan. Remember Bobby Duncan who left?
Yes, he went Florentina, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Pick up Gerard's cousin.
Yeah. I actually thought him and Duncan would have broken through, but he got a bad injury, and then Duncan decided to... Well, Duncan's advisors gave him bad advice, and he hasn't bounced back from it.
Yeah.
Stuart Blaze says, I'm freezing, might put a heat in Updrift. Hold tight, you, if you are.
Adam LFC. I didn't know they had internet in Antarctica, Stuart.
Adam LFC says, Henderson will seek a transfer this summer if it's clear he isn't valued by any money men. Can honestly see him leaving. All right. So you're going to say something, Drift?
Go to Drift. I don't know what to say, because there's some stuff I want you lot to hear.
I lost my train of thought. What was we talking about at the time when I was going to say something?
It was just the 2 years, leaving players on there 2 years to run down.
Yeah, I think I said, they all signed together, they leave together, and then I can't remember what Carl said.
Yeah, I remember that. I might be living in an idealistic world, yeah. And a lot of people always go, Drift, you're too sentimental about these players. You're damn right. I fall in love with these boys as they become a part of the fabric. I was in love with Genie. What the club did hurt my feelings, yeah. Same with a lot of other players. It's just how I am. It's how I'm wired. It's how I get through my football experience, so to speak, yeah. I don't really get why we're one of the only clubs, yeah, where you can't bring through youth, bring through the new crop, but the old guard are allowed to be around because that's how you have a great balance. Why are we, as a big institution like Liverpool, in situations where, and I know why, but I'm just saying this for the sake of it out loud, always like, if we want to buy him, then how old is he? Well then, get rid of him then. Make room. Get rid of Sadio Mane and Salah, but the man are like 29 now, isn't it? Yeah, like it's time to go and get Sancho and and throw those old boys out to pasture. Just let them man there walk off into the distance, shoot them in the back of the head when they're not looking, innit? You know, like that kind of, that's how it seems to feel we want to treat players when they get to a certain age. It's like, because I'm even seeing some people go, but he's 31. What's people worried about? What is he old now? Is he over the hill? Is Henderson done because he's 31? Like, what I love about teams like Bayern Munich, like Juventus, yeah, like Chiellini. Come and look at that guy. I know he's a very special player. Might even be top 20 ever centre backs if you go like he's levels. But the point still remains for what I'm trying to say is he's 38 years old. And Juve, when he turned 33, didn't go, let's just get rid of this old guy now, innit? Like, he's old now. They respect who he is, and they know he's a foundational part of Juve. Even if they'd have brought through 2 young bucks, they would have kept Chiellini around, because that is what you do. You have a good blend of the old and you have a good blend of the new. And then you find your little 25-year-olds in between, innit? That's how you create a great team. So when I hear Hendo's too old, Salah and Mane are too old, what, we're going to say Virgil's too old? Because I know everyone's going to swerve on that one with the age. Oh, but and put bare bullshit. No, Virgil's 30. So wait, we're going to start doing this age thing. Thiago is 30. We're going to start doing this age thing. I just like to inform everyone that the 4 best players at our club are basically 30 and above, which is Salah, Mane, Virgil, and Thiago. They're the 4 best players at our club talent-wise, and they are all old men now, innit? Old men, yeah? Why can't we let these men be like what Milner's done? A wonderful role model, great professional. You know he helped out with the pressure in the Champions League when we were going to win it. You know he helped out winning the league when we were under pressure, when there was games. Maybe some of the players were not believing in themselves as much. It was getting to them. Milner would sit them boys down and be like, guys, man, I've been through this. Don't worry. Shit happens. Rare. Klopp's not the only man you need around for that. You need senior players to be able to do that kind of stuff as well. So we're going to start kicking out all our old players because it's like, we got to get rid of the old, rare. Do you know what a bad recipe that sets? That certain people will know when they come Liverpool, when they get to a certain age, they're just going to get dashed out the door. It will actually even stop encouraging players to even come to the club. Because if I'm 25, 26 and Liverpool want to buy me, I'm going to be like, so what, in 2 or 3 years' time, you're done with me? Like, because you got this track record, or once you get to a certain age, you're like, yeah, bye-bye, don't care about you anymore, you're too old now. So it's even going to be a bit discouraging to set a man. I don't like the way we're moving. I love Bayern Munich's model. You know what? You bring in the youth, man. Gnabry, Koeman, all these
Theirs is a difficult one to compare, though, just because they monopolize their league.
Yeah, but Cal, even though they've monopolized their league, they've still got a system that is very respectful. They keep their old bucks around to keep their experience and they have the respect for what they've done. They bring the young crop through and they don't worry about this, that, and the third.
But that's because they can afford to. But they can afford to do that because there's so little competition in their league, bro. The same with PSG.
But shouldn't we be in a position where this is a good thing to do? Because since we're like Moneyball, old players don't bring good value anyway. So what's the point of a player for a small amount of money? You might as well keep them around and use it.
So here's the thing, Drift. I agree with the notion of what you want to do, but I don't think we will ever be in a position to do that in the league because our league is so competitive. Plus, we all know we're not the big money club either, whether we want to be or not. It's just not our thing. It's not what we're going to do. I agree with you. It's something I'd want us to do. I just don't think we'd ever do it, unfortunately, because of so many different factors. I think Bayern Munich, Juventus, I mean, even Juventus to a lesser extent now are kind of stopping to do that because their league's becoming more competitive. Bayern Munich are kind of in the mud because of the big deal they gave Sane, so people like Goretzka and stuff are demanding that sort of fee. Alaba left for similar sort of reasons. He wanted a massive contract, didn't get it. So every club has their issues. The problem I've got with this Hendo one in particular,
Alaba wanted a new challenge, Cal. It wasn't even.
He wanted to stay. He wanted to stay at Bayern, but he wasn't getting the contract offer he wanted.
I'm sure he said he just wanted a new challenge.
That was when it became clear that he wasn't going to get the contract he wanted. I think for me, what annoys me the most with this Henderson one is, even if you go and say, here's 70 million, go and get yourself a centre midfielder. I'm not saying we can't get a centre midfielder who is a better footballer than Henderson, because that would be naive of me. I could probably name 10 or 15. No disrespect to Henderson on that one. But you're not going to find someone who's not just a good footballer, is a great team player, great work ethic, but fantastic on and off the pitch, and also helps around the whole ethos of the club.
All right.
That's what the issue is for me here. And that's why I'm worried.
I hear you.
Go on,
Since we've been talking, so much stuff has come up. Big up Jamie Phillips, who just sent me something.
Is this the Mike Gordon quote?
So that's the Mike Gordon thing, but there's other things I wanted to say. So
go on.
Since we've been talking and whatever, since we've been on air, this is from Paul Joyce, little extract. So Jurgen Klopp wanted Gini Wijnaldum to stay and will also hope Henderson's future is resolved favorably on this occasion, right? Now, David Maddock from the Mirror has said Jordan Henderson's future looks increasingly in doubt. Henderson will refuse to drag contract negotiations out as he looks to avoid a frustrating experience like Gini Wijnaldum. Klopp passionately wants his captain and leader to stay, but he also made clear he was desperate to keep hold of Gini Wijnaldum only to lose him when Mike Gordon and Michael Evers overruled him as they refused to meet the Dutch star's demands. If the same happens with Henderson, then serious questions would be asked about the manager's influence and authority over team matters. Now, also as well, this is what Jiff was talking about. This is from the Daily Mail. I don't know who said it. Mauricio Pochettino is a huge fan of Jordan Henderson. It's aggressive start and wants to add more dynamism to his squad. The French side would not have any issues being able to pay for Henderson and would like the idea of reuniting him with Gini Wijnaldum. And then also, big up Jamie Phillips as well, who just sent me this. Big up yourself, Jay.
Big up.
This is from Maddock again. This is Maddock, what Maddock has recently said or whatever. Mike Gordon and Michael Edwards ideally would want Jordan Henderson to see out the rest of his deal at Anfield. So this is his current deal. And then deliver short-term contracts depending on fitness and appearances. But Henderson has made it clear he does not want to do that.
All right, gonna get through some of the super chats before we continue.
Oh yeah, sorry, last thing.
Go.
If the manager demands he is kept at the club rather than be sold this summer, a scenario not beyond the bounds of possibility, then it'll be fascinating to see if the ball submits. Talks are also underway with the likes of Salah, Virgil, Alisson, and Fabinho as the club attempts to secure the heart of the team's long-term deals. Bomberos.
All right, Stuart. Light says, sorry, no, I've got that one already. Watson Matilda says, I missed one of your super chats. Nothing came through on our system here, so if you can send it again without it being a super chat, just send it and I'll read that out. 975 Jamrock says, football's been ruined since the inception of the Premier League. When Everton, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U, Tottenham broke away from the English Football League because ITV offered money. Yeah, arguably, but we're here now, so we've got to deal with it. LFT Sports TV says this is not good enough. I'm guessing you're speaking about the Hendo situation, not the stream you guys are watching. Like, that'd be a bit harsh if you called us out like that. Still, ZZ says, what contract would you guys offer Hendo? Let's go around the group for that one. Drift.
He's 31. I'd give him a 2-year extension on what he's already got, so he'd have a 4-year deal in total. That will take him up to 35. Which at that point, maybe he'll even retire and go on to be a coach at Liverpool or whatever. I mean, he might want to play on, but that's what I would do. And the fact was he on 145 grand a week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a part of me that believes that he deserves more than that just for his leadership. But obviously, that's still a good wage. If it stays the same, even if you got like 5 grand boost, maybe it went up to 150 or something. I don't know, but Henderson deserves whatever he wants. This man has led us to a Champions League and a Premier League. Everybody wanted armpits from the captain in the Premier League. We went 30 years and we never got it. And he was the one who did it. And he weren't doing it on some tag-along thing. He was important and he was integral in that happening. He deserves whatever he wants. Obviously not dumb with like astronomical stupid, but we know Hendo ain't even that type of guy. He probably just wants the same money but job security. That's probably all he wants, you know. Like I doubt he's sitting down going, I want 200 grand a week, I want this, I want that. He's probably like, I just want job security. And from what Matt read out, where they said they want him to see it out and then what? Do what Arsene Wenger and buy a man and just go, oh yeah, you get a little year here, a little year there. What, to club captain? Yo, we've had conversations where we've said top 5 ever Liverpool captains. Did Jordan Henderson go in there? And it's an actual debate. And then these men just want to just be like, we'll just give you, we just took it. Rah, boy, is that how we're really moving as a club now? Yeah, cool.
Matt, how much would you put Hendo on?
I think just right. It's on about 140, 145. I would say club captain, loyal servant, one of Liverpool's best ever captains. Bump it up to maybe 150, but I'll give it a 2-year deal as well. So I don't know, basically a 2-year extension that brings him to 35, and then see where Henderson is at playing wise when you get to that stage. It might be a 1 year after that, or as you said, maybe coaching, or maybe he retires, or maybe he wants to go play abroad. But we would have got the best years out of him. He would have, what it is, I want a player to always leave the way he wants to leave. I don't want him to be shoved out the door, especially when there's this port of Jordan Henderson. Gini Wijnaldum basically kind of got forced out the door. I didn't like that at all. And whether you thought Gini Wijnaldum was good enough or not, I don't like seeing players that give their heart and soul and were integral as well. We're not talking about someone that piggybacked their way to trophies. This guy helped us win the Champions League.
I'm going to stop you though. So I'm going to quickly read out this super chat on the screen and then come back. The Slyros one: if Hendo could leave, no one is untouchable now. That's true. That sends out a very strong message from the club. A message that I'm not comfortable with, but it sends out a very strong message. All right. I'm going to play the ultimate devil's advocate right now.
Yeah, go on.
Jordan Henderson's injury record over the last few years has been pretty bad. Yeah. If we were sitting here in the same way we've been looking at Renato Sanchez, and all of us have said combined, we don't want to take that risk on him. Is there an argument to say giving Henderson a bumper deal with extra years on the contract could potentially be bad because his current injury status is been up and down, or shall I say has been up and down, and as he gets older, it's not likely to get better, it's likely to get worse. Could that be a factor as well? And if that is the case, could you really begrudge the club from taking this stance of being a bit cautious? And again, I'm asking this because I think this is something, not even just that, I think we have to look at.
But I've got to rebuttal straight away. Sorry.
I've got a straight rebuttal. I know you're asking a solid question.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But I think it's a fair question to ask. Because
it's a solid question.
But I bet me we're going to agree what we're going to say. Go on.
I'll use my car as an example. Let's say I've had my car for the last 10 years and it served me well. But over the last 3 years, 2 times a year, I'm getting big maintenance work on it. And I'm getting to the point where I can either keep this car or I can trade it in and part exchange it for a new car. It's a conversation I'm going to have in it. And I think we're kind of here with Hendo.
The reason why a car is a different...
Oh, it's definitely different. Obviously, you're the analogy king. I did my best in it.
No, I wasn't even being shady, but I don't know if this is what Matt's was gonna say, but this is my rebuttal to that question. Not only do you have to have a different level of respect for a captain, because remember, he can lead the team even when he's not on the field. And a lot of people seem to forget that. He doesn't have to be on the field to be a leader, right? It just helps when he's on the field. But we're talking about a guy that, even though he has had quite a few bad injuries that have kept him out for a while, when Henderson's fit, it's like he's never left. This brother don't pussyfoot around the football field for 10 games trying to find form and fitness and all that crap, and then he disappears again and wherever. Jordan Henderson will get an injury and you're like, he's missing. But when he's back like he never left. And he can play 3 games in a week, 4 games in a week. It's like he does get these injuries, but I don't put him in an injury-prone bracket like I do with these other men. I'm saying he's not injury-prone. I'm saying he's different to these other men. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he will have half a leg and finish the game. He don't just get a little bit of oh shit, what's going on? I want to come off.
Painkillers and that, you know what I mean? Champions League.
He's not one of them.
A couple of people saying the stream is dead. Like
what?
They're saying
you took us off. I allow it, man. Mike Gordon, allow us, bro.
It's okay now. People are saying it's okay now. Please do let us know if everything's
in it. And
we
Mike
have lost
Gordon,
quite a few people.
We pay our tax. We paid the taxes.
Something has gone wrong.
All right, tag me in. This is what I'm going to say now. Yeah, Carl, I get what you're saying, and everything that you said is absolutely on point. This is one thing I will say. Jordan Henderson's had a couple of injuries like over the last how many years, right?
Yeah.
Has he had more injuries than Naby Keita? No. Has he had more injuries than Oxlade-Chamberlain? No. So even if Liverpool want to do the whole logistics and analytics and say, okay, well, he does get injured, we have to be careful. Those younger guys actually pick up more injuries than him. So therefore, if they're going to think about, do we offer him a new deal? Maybe they should actually consider selling the players that aren't fit, that are actually younger than him, because he actually has more value. Not only that,
but I will say the Naby, Hendo, and Ox injuries isn't as far away as people think.
No,
it's just that he plays more.
But here's the thing, though. If Liverpool want to look at analytics and whatever, Henderson has actually excelled. The others have actually stagnated because they get injured so often. So even if you want to just base it on analytics and not even base it on status of where that player is, yeah, let's just say analytics full stop, because we know how we love our analytics at Liverpool when they talk about all these things, yeah. Bro, they've got to look at people's body of work. Jordan Henderson's body of work far outweighs Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. And that's no shade on those two players, but we just got to call it how it is. Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain are still at Liverpool Football Club. Gini Wijnaldum was left to go out the back door. Yeah, Jordan Henderson could potentially leave out the back door, and we could be left with Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita and a new signing. If you are FSG and you say you're serious about transfers, you can't be, because in what world is having Gini Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson? How is it not better than having Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain still at the club? Even if we're going to base it on analytics, we're never talking about status, bro. We're talking about a captain. We're talking about a leader. We're talking about, as you said, a person that was going to get thrown out the door.
Sorry to cut you, Matt. You guys can see and hear me fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we moving mad again.
No, a couple of people are saying in the comments it's down again. Like, all of our internets are fine here, so I don't. This must be a YouTube thing or something.
It must be YouTube, because I'm looking at all the other Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch are all got the green light for me. None of them are going funny. People, just let us know if we're moving mad right now. Just give us a thumbs up if we're good.
Because I know, you see, when my internet was playing up before, I used to know because I'd get a notification saying that it's playing up, but it seems to be okay, but it's up and down. Guys, just to let you know, like, caveat, if it is us, we'd say this one's not us.
Yeah, I don't think this one's us. But what was I saying? Yeah, so what I was trying to say is this, yeah. Analytics wise, he's far superior than Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. They're still at the club, but yet we're hanging on to them to act as things stand.
All right, so let me pause you right there, Matt.
Yeah, go on.
You mentioned Naby Keita.
Yeah.
All right. So there are talks, or should I say, Neil Jones predicts that Naby Keita might get a new contract.
That is a fucking joke.
No, all right. I'm gonna be real, Drift. You taking the words out of my mouth. But here's the thing.
No, do you know what it is?
We're having a conversation about my captain, and
hear me out.
A fucking new deal.
But it's not definitive.
Hear me out.
I just said all of this though.
It shouldn't
hear
even
me out,
be.
Guys, let me.
I know.
Let me land with the point. Drift. Let me land with the point.
Let Carl land. I get what you're saying, but yeah, go on.
So here's the thing with the Naby thing.
Yeah.
This is again one of those issues with letting contracts run down to 2 years, because here's the dilemma for Liverpool. You either sell him this summer or you have to renew the contract. Even if it's 1 year. Drift. Even if it's 1 year, you have to renew. You can't let Naby Keita go into 1 year left on his contract. We can't. We ain't got the money like that.
We bought him for 52 mil, and let's say this, yeah? And again, Drift, I'm not even... Remember, I just said here, yeah, Jordan Henderson's body of work outweighs him and Ox put together. Let's be real, yeah? But one thing we have to do as a club, as a business, though, and this doesn't apply to Jordan Henderson, I'm talking about these two, because they have been injury prone since they've come to Liverpool. Jordan Henderson hasn't, right? You have to think, from a business decision, do we give them like a 1 year or 2 year extension? Because remember, it's about playing it smartly, Jeff, and here's why. Divock Origi, we kind of know Liverpool kind of wanted to sell him after the Champions League, yeah? Remember when we saw the shot, Jeff, of Divock Origi when he was just standing in the stadium, just looking?
That was after the Prem.
After the Prem, sorry. And he was just staring, yeah? And we all thought he was going to go, you know? Bruv, if I'm not mistaken, he signed an extension either that year or the year before. Bruv, it was a long-term contract. Liverpool do these things, yeah, where they even with Harry Wilson and whatever, they might sign long-term contracts, but bruv, they will still sell them. So even though, let's say Naby Keita was to sign a 2-year extension, bruv, if I'm being honest, and this is coming from me, don't read too much into it. It's more about keeping the value and the asset as high as they can. And if they do sell him, people can't be stupid and be like, well, you got 1 year left. You either sell him for 5 mil or we get him for free. That's what I think Liverpool are doing. I personally don't think Liverpool right now believe in Naby Keita or Oxlade-Chamberlain. What you will hear from the camp is,
Ox, I think, is different.
No, bruv, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, he's amazing in training. Bruv, Harry Kewell was amazing in training, but he got injured every single time. My brother, Daniel Sturridge, yeah, absolute amazing player. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Injuries wrecked him. If players are amazing in training, but when it comes to game time, they can't stay fit or whatnot, the club are going to look at it. That's what I kind of feel like with Naby Keita, bruv. Don't read too much into it, even if he does sign a new deal. And I'm not even trying to say that like he should definitely get that deal. I just think Liverpool being smart of it, bro. Because it's either that or we're losing for free.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying.
No, Bob. I what you're saying, I totally understand, because from a business point of view, I totally get it. But the wickedest thing is, how can we be having a conversation where Henderson's contract's not being renewed, but Naby's
I know. It sounds mad.
We're talking about player evaluation. No, I'm sorry. You know what? If that's the case, then sell his Ross.
But here's the thing as well, Drift. Remember, it's not just about money for Henderson. It's about guarantee of playing time and his position within the club. So a lot of people are starting to talk about Hendo becoming that Milner type player that fills in now and again, or that experienced head. Henderson, at his age, at 31, believes he's still good enough, and I agree with this, that he's still good enough to be one of the first names on the team sheet or a regular player in the squad. I think that's what the contract comes down to, as opposed to money. I think they'll iron out the money thing.
It's how it seems at the moment now is more to do with his age and length of contract rather than how much game time he'll get. I haven't read anything about game time.
When I say game time, I'm talking about in terms of the type of contract he gets. So if he gets let's say he gets a 1 year deal as opposed to a 2 or 3 year deal, that suggests to me that you're almost back on trial. I don't think he's going to want that, because I think in his mind, rightly so, he's paid his dues. He shouldn't be put on no trial, and so I think that's what it boils down to.
Guys, let's cut you. I've got breaking footage of what's my man of Michael Edwards in the
Mike Gordon. Is this the contract negotiation?
I've actually got breaking footage. I'm not even playing people.
Morning. How much is this? 149, sir.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.
Hey, that's not good, my brother.
And we're still waiting on Henderson to see and respond to that contract.
Do you want to know what? Yeah, because obviously we'll probably move on from this. You know when Matt was saying about these men are busting it up in training, but they just can't put it onto the pitch. What that's actually like, yeah, and the frustration of that as well. That's like a man who aces his theory, every time he does his driving test. Like, what is it now? It's up to I'm an old head. It's like 75 questions now, isn't it? Like, I'm a back in the day guy when there's only 32. Like, it's like 75 questions now, isn't it? Or 100 questions, or something mad, yeah. That's like you getting every single one of them right. You know your roads, maps, and your signs. Like you're on smash. You sit there in that theory and you duppy the thing. But then you know what? You've got no clutch control and you can't actually drive a car. So you know how to drive a car in here, but you can't physically drive a car. That's what being good in training and breaking down in football matches is like. I don't really care how good you are in training if you don't do it on game day. It's, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you know the stop and all the signs and all that shit. If you ain't got no clutch control, you know what I'm saying? You can't drive the car. It's that simple.
Sorry. I know you just had breaking, but I got breaking footage of Jordan Henderson agent as he entered the room for negotiation with Mike Edwards and Mike Gordon.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
And then straight away it flipped to another camera in the room and got breaking footage of Michael Edwards and Michael Gordon's response to Henderson's agent.
Yeah!
It's not looking good at the moment. It's not looking good at the moment.
And Mike Gordon just reiterated the breaking footage of Mike Gordon in contract negotiation.
Morning.
How much is this?
149, sir.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.
Hey, that's not good, my brother.
And this was
How can man do that? That's a 50p F your back.
and this is Jordan Henderson when he got onto the plane with FSG. Oh, boy.
Bro, I need to find that Family Guy one, you know. Oh,
What, Stewie, yeah? You want a bit of Stewie, yeah?
Hey, shut your mouth.
Hey, people, smash that like. You know we gotta get. Listen, people. There's a lot of guys with Jordan Henderson. Yeah.
Nice. If you don't laugh, you cry.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry and get mad. Yeah? People, you have to take the rough with the smooth and all that. You have to try and make some jokes. People, smash that like, man. Come on, man.
Let's move on from Henderson and contracts and stuff. So just before, well, I'm just going to ask you one closing question: yes or no answers. Does Jordan Henderson leave Liverpool this summer?
No.
Drift?
Can I give you 3 words?
No.
Actually, ooh,
better fucking not.
Does he leave this summer?
He's not leaving. Henderson's going nowhere.
This is my official response if he leaves this summer.
True or false, you will fight again this year?
It's hard to put it. You must understand. My foot was a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
I'm undecided. You know, I'm undecided.
No, Henderson's not going anywhere, man.
He's not. But you can't bank on it, bro, because
I'm banking on this one. Henderson's not going.
Swear down. You are.
Yeah.
Swear down.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
And if he leaves, what?
You see the way FSG are. If PSG put in like a £25 million bid.
No, not 25. No, not 2 years left on the deal. No way,
bro.
They will take it, bro.
No, they won't, Drift. I put money on that.
Listen.
Hold on. No. Wait. You're telling me FSG are going to accept 25 million for Henderson with 2 years left on his deal? Absolutely no chance. No chance in hell.
Listen, if Henderson was to ever be sold, this will be Drift.
Send me a message like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me where.
Tell me where.
And you know what also was annoying? You know when you were saying about the Naby situation, where I get from a business point of view that you don't want your asset to leave. Yeah, which is something
that's what it is.
By from now, but it looks like Emre Can and Genie ain't no lessons been learned in it. But here's the mad thing about that, yeah. If you give Naby a new deal on 130 grand a week, what is that annually? Like about 12 million or something, right? It's a lot.
I don't know, bro.
Well, you're looking at about looking at about 5. So 130, you're looking at 520 a month. 520 times 12, you look about 6-7 mil.
6-7 mil. So we'll round it up and we'll just call it 7 mil for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
So you give him a 3-year contract extension. So he's back
520. What did he say? Well, sorry to cut you. What did he say? 520 times 12.
Yeah, it's 520 a month. So times that by 12.
Yeah, that's about
7.
Just over 6 mil. No, just over 6, I think. Quick maths, I think 6-1.
Well, no, probably just over 7. Just over 7
mil a year, yeah. So that's 21 million. You're effectively, if you give him a 3-year extension to his current year to make it 4 years again for value, you're effectively giving him 21 million, yeah, on top of what he's already earning. So it's a 28 million pound contract in total. How much is Naby worth based on his injuries? I wouldn't say he's worth more than 28 million. We sold him in the market.
If we sold him right now, the maximum we'd get is 25 mil.
I agree. The maximum.
So we'd get less for shotting him than we're going to give him to be in the treatment room, making jokes and not contributing to the team. The fuck fuck difference does it make? What
Man
the
said
fuck
making
difference does it make?
Man said making jokes in the treatment.
That one cool.
No, but if you ask me to actually define Naby's legacy at Liverpool, it would be Naby lad. That is his fucking legacy.
Drift.
Stop. I did speak to him last night. Stop. You told me the whole story. It sounded like Safari 2.0. Stop. What I mean, Safari 2.0.
Stop. No.
Matt, look, I know Naby's your boy. What if I was to ask you, Matt?
Let me ask you a serious question.
No, I'm asking.
We're talking about George Henderson.
No.
Somehow it crops up
because
about
Naby's in the news as well.
All right. Let me be real. Let me be real. All right, the hate Naby gets, I think, is again.
But this ain't hate against Naby, by the way.
Brother,
I'm just trying to come at it from an actual business sense. Like, if we want to start talking business, any contract extension you give to Naby is like flushing it down the toilet based on what he's been like so far.
No, it's not. This is what. Listen, you see Naby Keita, yeah.
Matt,
hasn't hit the heights.
I'll be honest.
Let me land. No, let me land. Naby Keita hasn't hit the heights that he was supposed to. Hasn't set the world alight, the Premier like how he was supposed to, right? For me, the talent is there, but it's injuries. I fully hear it. I fully understand the frustration. How can you spend 50 plus on any player and you feel like they just don't do anything?
I don't think it's just injuries, though, Matt.
No, because I think if we put performances in, Naby Keita has obviously had bad performances, just like how any player has, but I think he's had more good performances than bad performances, in my opinion. I think he has.
All right, and again, Matt, I'm not even trying to put you on the spot here or draw you out, but can you name me 5 top class Naby performances?
True or false, you will fight again this year?
It's hard to put it.
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
I'm sorry, Matt. I had to.
Why have you got to do that? No. All jokes aside. I
can't think of 5.
All right, all I can think of right now, off the top of my head, is that one where he done the amazing
Crystal Palace and a banger when the league was already won against Crystal Palace.
What about no? What about
first
the
game against
pass?
West Ham?
Remember the pass, Drift?
No, I never said moments. I was clear with my question. 5 top quality games.
Leicester.
All right.
Both years, 18-19 and 19-20.
18-19.
I think it was 18-19.
No.
18-19?
No.
Yeah. Hold on.
Which one? 18-19, we drew 1-1 with them at home.
No,
and he should have won a penalty, but he didn't have a great game.
Sorry. 19-20. Where's the one when we smoked them and Trent got
that was 19-20. That was at their place.
And what about the year? Did Naby play in the year after? So last year against Leicester. Because he had 2 good games against Leicester.
It's a lottery, bro. Did Naby play? That's the
No, but bro, all jokes aside, bro, I have to really think about it. And I get what you're trying to say. It's like you should have to think about it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah? No, that's true. That is true. I should have to think about it. But you're putting me in a spot where man's trying to think, what games that did man play and all them things there?
You know what? I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just trying to come at this from a point of view to make. I'm being harsh to let you lot realize the reality of how foolish what this is.
Oh yeah,
Bournemouth, I'll give him 18-19.
Yeah, 18-19.
No, but Matt, here's the point.
Chelsea 19-20, West Ham 8. Oh, yeah, just opening day 18-19.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, Matt, if you've got to scour the internet for examples of how
Scoop, I ain't got scour. Scoop said it.
Matt, I needed that.
Oh, sorry, bro. Let me find it for you. Who was the person?
That was Drifty's left ear. That was a 99 super chat.
You know what? Big up to that.
I've got it. I'm gonna bring it out now. Hold on. I've just seen it. Hold on.
I've got it here. Actually, I've got it.
Have you got it? I can read it.
Yeah. No, I've got it. So Drifty's left here. First and foremost, thank you very much.
Thank you
for
so
such a
much,
generous
my
super
brother.
chat.
I didn't even
really
realize.
means a lot. Really does mean a lot. Hendo saw the contract offer in the boardroom, dashed the papers on the floor, and pinned John Henry to the wall. That sounds a bit kinky still.
Actually pinned him to the wall, you know.
Yeah, that's a
no, you know, you just push him.
I know, but that sounded a bit 50 Shades of Grey type.
Henderson's about that life, man. I told you a lot about those. You see, when you're from the northeast, yeah, you don't take no shit, bro. That's what I love about my captain as well. He don't take no shit. He's one of the only men in our team that is ready to back it if it goes down as well. I told you, we got a lot of men in our team where they're not soft, but they don't throw their weight around and they don't let the opposition know that we ain't having it.
They just do it subtly.
Guys in our team that just you just know.
No, I hear you.
They do. No, they drift. They do it. They just do it. They do it subtly. They don't go around like Roy Keane used to.
I don't want subtly, Cal.
No, but you have to.
Vieira. I want Roy Keane. I want a man
what,
to
and
know
then get what 6, 7. What, and then you get 6, 7 cards. And then you get 6, 7 red cards a season, and then we lose out on games because we go down to 10 men.
That's why Henderson's so brilliant, because he can give them, he can not go as far as them, man, but let man know he's not having it. Where he don't get the red cards, but he backs it, bro. That's what I love about it.
But so does Fabinho, so does Van Dijk, so does
but they don't do it the way Hendo does. Hendo's willing to go road with it, bro. He's willing to go road. If it needs to, Hendo's willing to go road, bro.
Hendo just shouts more, bro. They're all about that.
No, bro. Remember when he got fouled by Costa, but he didn't know who it was, and he got up and he said, "Who was it?" And the physio was like, doing a Connor thing, was like, I said, "Who was it? Who kicked me?" Bro, he's ready to go road with it, bro. He's ready to go road with it, man. This is what I'm saying.
What you think? You think that Virgil wouldn't?
I don't think Virgil will go road with it.
What, bro? Remember when Salah got fouled by Socrates? When it came to the tunnel thing, Virgil was like, "Brother, show me the Socrates. Come here. Let me talk to you." Remember, Virgil was the guy. Virgil, bro. And let's not sleep on Robertson, even though Robertson's ready to.
Robbo will go real road.
Milner as well.
Trent,
you've got Bagger, man. Milner.
Bro, Trent as well. Don't sleep on Trent. You know, even though I think Trent. I love Trent. Trent is my guy.
Trent. He's not ready to go road like Robbo and Hendo are, but I get what you mean.
Milner will go to war.
Yeah, what Trent is saying is, if you try to now, yeah, I've got the man then behind me. That is Trent. Like Trent is like, listen, I'm not messing up my
Curtis Jones. You saw what Curtis Jones was like after the England under-21.
Curtis Jones, none of it.
I think that's a massive myth around the players. Well, our players are not soft. They just are
about the life, bro.
Our players are about. You don't get to where they are with being soft. You don't.
Being nice, innit? Yeah.
Soft, but like people think they can test us. They do.
But that's gonna happen though.
There's certain teams and man where you just know you can't. You can't.
Name me a team in the Prem that you can't test now. Football's changed. Every team can be tested now.
It is. Real talk, yeah. You see, Jeff, I hear what you're saying.
Maybe you're right in terms of the Prem, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna just go on now. I want my team to be like
even across Europe, bruv. We batted up, but bruv, do you honestly think back in the day, Robbo could have pushed Zidane in his head and got away with it?
It's true, you know.
It depends.
No, it doesn't.
No, actually, no, he probably could.
I love Hendo. I do. But this is who Drift think that Hendo.
I'll take it from here, nurse. I'll take it from here, nurse.
Nothing Hendo's stone cold, you know, just buzzing at anyone, even the owner. You should imagine that. That's Hendo to JW Henry. You know, I should cut that video and put their two faces there. But anyway.
I'll take it from here, nurse.
I'll take it from here, nurse.
When our players are getting fouled and kicked or whatever, I feel like our players should be a little bit more, all right, cool. And I'm not saying go over the top and be all thingy, but just let teams know they can't, because teams try and kick us off the park a lot.
I didn't say that. All right, World Cup Championship, or whatever you want to call it, yeah? Remember Mane was getting kicked up and Robertson was like, I deal with him.
Not from Rafinha, sorry.
Yeah, but Our players are about it. They're just
No, but we
crafty.
said Robbo. I know Robbo was ready.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of other players that let shit go, and I'm not saying get sent off or be stupid, but like, I want a few more men in the team that are like, all right, watch. Like,
but
do
what
you know
does
what I
that
mean?
solve?
You have to be careful. You have to be
doing
careful.
that all the time. What does it solve?
You have to be careful, bro.
It means that other people will see it and go, yeah, there's no point because we can't win that battle.
No, it don't, bro.
Bro, shall I tell you why? No,
it
the way we do, bro.
Why did nobody fuck with Man U?
Bro,
because they knew there was no point.
No, because Man United had the refs in their pocket. That's why.
Let me hear this now.
Why did no one fuck with Arsenal? Because they knew there was no point.
They did.
Remember,
back in the day.
You man are sleeping. Remember when Mane was getting fouled by Kimmich? Do you remember? And remember when Kimmich fouled Mane and Mane smiled? Remember when Mane was just like, hey, you wanna do something like that? Okay, cool, say nothing. What happened? Mane pivoted on Neuer and chipped the ball over. This is what we do. We're classy with it. I understand you might want a bit more thingy, but I'll tell you something for now. If you see Mane strikes me is that if he loses cool, you might have to send him off straight because Mane looks like he will finish, man. No, the way he was even moving to Salah, like you don't want to see.
I don't want to see our players get silly like that. That's something that you do at Sunday League where there's no cameras and stuff like that.
We're slick with it, bro. Trust me.
Remember, Drew, if you can do that down at Power League and Sunday League, like, and get away with it because there's no cameras around, bro. All 180 cameras at games now. Like, someone's going to pick up you doing something.
No, you're misreading. I'm not saying be done with it. I'm just saying let man know he can't do it to you, and it ain't going to slide if you do it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go all like scumbaggery like Chelsea and 11 man get round the ref and all that stuff. I'm not saying go over the top, but what I'm saying is, like, I'll see Mo make a run, yeah, and I'll see a man make a dirty challenge on him, like that time when Chowdhury, when we're playing Leicester, he took him out with the dirtiest tackle, and nobody got in his face. No, I need a couple man to surround Chowdhury and be like, well, you think that's all right, yeah? All right, watch. What? And I need Chowdhury to know we ain't having that round here. Like, you don't just shot Mo down and nearly break his leg and you just walk off like you never done it. What kind of shit is this? Nah, man, I don't need that in my team. I want a couple man to just be like, all right, you think that's on, yeah? All right, cool. And even that, just let a man know. We're not letting you get away. Do you not remember when Chowdhury nearly broke Mo's leg?
No, I do. I don't know.
No one did nothing about it in our team. Like, come on, man.
But I've seen games. Yeah, but I've also seen games where Fabinho bloody showed the tackle Dan James in the face and almost knocked him out. So and
I've seen Virgil nearly. In fact, no, he did duppy. I think it was Jesus. He duppy Dan James as well in that same game. Dan James was getting absolutely
but Dan James, that's like child abuse. Like,
but they would have done it to anyone.
What I'm saying is this, though. Liverpool, in my opinion, they're a little bit more slick with it. Yes, you might want to see that more in your face, like, kind of thing. Like, bro, like, if you're on it, we're on it. I feel like they do it slyly, though. Because let's be real.
Like, the whole being loud for being loud state,
back to Robbo and Messi. Remember when Robbo kind of hit Messi in the back head? I was like, Robbo, that was like, my brother. And Messi was a bit like, Robbo was just like, man, get up, bro.
We've already said Robbo's about that life. I know Robbo's about that life.
Robbo, King of Scotland, yeah. Virgil van Dijk, you just don't want that to do with him because he's literally like captain Netherlands.
Even Matip's got a little bit about him as well, if you need be.
I don't know about Matip,
No, Matip, don't sleep on Matip. Don't sleep on Matip.
Matip just looks like
Matip's just a cool, fun, quiet guy.
Matip is kind of cool one. Like Matip don't even. He ain't that guy. I don't think Matip. I don't think. Gomez though, remember Gomez picked up my man from his armpits like.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think Gomez is that way. I think Gomez is quite quiet and stuff.
No, Gomez is quiet.
Gomez
he's very quiet. He's humble.
He ain't gonna let you push him around. But
that's what I was gonna say.
I don't know. From the England stories, I'm gonna be real with you. If someone came at me how Sterling came at Gomez, I think there's a different situation there. And I think Gomez is a lot more laid back
No,
and
no,
maybe
what it
too
is,
nice sometimes as a centre back.
I think Gomez is more patient and to the point where, okay, so that story that you're talking about, I won't go too far into it because I know, like put like this, yeah,
Gomez had every right to smash up Sterling.
to smack up Sterling. Yeah, but if he smacks up Sterling or they get into a tussle, what happens? What happens from that? They just get into a tussle and someone.
No, I
someone
agree with
breaks
that,
a
but I'm
face.
not gonna lie.
See, that's why I
I'm not
disagree
gonna
with
lie.
you guys.
If Sterling got in Gomez's face the way the reports are, and he really did. If Gomez grabs him by the face, you know the way Alaba was telling
No, apparently Sterling done more than that, you know. I'm gonna be real.
No, but do you remember when Alaba
you know?
grabbed what's his name?
To the neck. Remember?
And Arnautovic, because you know, remember Arnautovic was being rude. And remember Alaba grabbed his face as if to say, like, stop talking. If Gomez grabs Sterling's face like that, he's within his rights. If the stories are true, the way Sterling tried to like,
I think that's getting off lightly. I'm not gonna.
Can I tell you, man, something? This is one thing that people always seem to forget in fights. Yeah, if the aggressor is really coming at you, and like, basically to you, you're just being stupid. They have to really do something for you to kind of match their energy, because it's all about energy at the end of the day, Cal. Because say, for example, say we're all filming together as one right now, we're in the same room, and like we're talking, and you're being the aggressor, and you're just chatting rubbish. I'll probably just ignore, I'm just gonna ignore it. You'd have to do something for me to match your energy, for me to get as angry as you, for me to retaliate.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's what it is with Gomez. I think it's when the brothers first like.
I just read a comment by Jamie, so I got
What happened?
I got proper upset playing for my pub team 10 years ago and pulled another man's ear off. I went so bad about it. You pulled a man's ear off, Jamie.
That can't be real. That can't be real.
You gave me the Mick Foley, bro.
Man went Reservoir Dogs on, man.
How did you pull his ear off, bro? Like, what?
Bloody hell.
Jamie's having none of it.
You know what? For some reason, you know that when you're playing with your kid, you're like, I got
Jamie just walking around. Flapping it. You're gonna say something again, yeah? But you can't even hear me now, can you?
You should have listened to me.
Jamie out here giving Van Goghs, you know.
Man said should have listened to me, you know.
Yeah, that's his name. That's Jamie. That's your new name from now, Jamie Van Gogh.
Love it. Man said, you should have listened to me.
Can you hear me now, huh? Oh, buddy, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now, you punk?
Oh my.
Hear me now. Hear me now.
Right, let me get through some of these super chats. Craig Richardson. Guys, film subject. If you could be in any Rocky film and film which war would you go in, all emotions included? Creed 1, 2, Lang, Drago, or Tommy Street Fight?
Drago.
If he dies, he dies.
If he died, he died. I'm taking out Drago. All gone.
Yeah. Rocky 4 is the best Rocky, so I'll go Drago.
Yeah.
Drago for me
as well.
It's all about the training montage, man.
Yeah, you can't even sleep on Sylvester Stallone either because he actually put himself through it.
For real.
More super chats here. So, Alfonso Bell, if Genie couldn't get a contract extension, there is no justification for extending Hendo other than being homegrown. Genie is far more available and versatile. Versatility, I disagree with. I think they're about as versatile as each other. You could argue Virgil's more versatile because I think Virgil. Yeah, hear me out. We've seen Virgil play. No, hear me out. We've seen Virgil play right back. We've seen him play right midfield. We've seen him play centre back. Seen him play the 6
read the question?
and the 8.
I thought you were talking about Wijnaldum and Hendo.
Yeah, I thought it was Hendo.
One of them Hendo, not Virgil.
Sorry, Hendo. Hendo and Genie.
No, you confused us because you said
Yeah,
Virgil.
you said something about
Oh,
Virgil.
sorry, my bad.
But you said Virgil.
My bad.
I was like, nah, do you know what? I need to lay off the juice, bro. I'm down.
I'm not gonna lie. I was about to go.
Yeah,
Virgil,
my bad. Look, the apple juice is
bro.
still my bad.
Real
my
talk,
bad.
man was like, nah, I need to fix up. Like this.
I'm not even gonna lie, Kyle. It's so hot. I think the apples are fermented, brother. That's
I think they have still. I think
I was like, no, I need to check myself out. What's going on?
It might be. But Hendo and Genie, I think they're about as
versatile as each other.
I'd agree with that. They're about as versatile as each other. I'd agree with that. I mean, Hendo plays centre back for God's sake.
and he's played right back.
Yeah. You know what? Henderson probably is our most versatile player.
Right mid under the old era. Right mid.
I'd probably say Milner and Henderson are our most versatile players, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right mid.
Very true. Abdi Rashid Hussein says, "Hey guys, what's up? Letting go of Hendo because of his age and keeping some older players than him isn't fair to Hendo. Just saying." I agree.
Right.
1975 Jamrock says, "Drifty, how do you purchase younger quality foreign players for the future when you can have a max of 17 foreign-based players? Do we just miss out on them?" All right,
a couple of the British boys in instead.
Well, here's the thing: 97 Jamrock. I understand the testament to that, but selling Hendo and bringing in a foreign player doesn't help us either. So,
and there's a little youth man that's only 17 over in Dortmund who's a homegrown player that we should be busting our ass to get.
That's not going to happen for now.
It should
not going to happen. It should have happened. In fact, we should have got him when he was at.
No, really and truly, Man United were the ones that kind of made headways in that one, and they were unlucky not to get him. To be fair,
he made the right move. He knew that.
We should have been in that race, though.
Yeah, we should have been in the race. I still don't think he would have come to us, though. I think it's similar to the Haaland thing. Everyone kept on saying we should have got Haaland instead of Minamino. Haaland had his mind made up. He knew going to Dortmund there was an empty spot for him, and he's
of course. But I think
we should be all over that now, though.
Yeah, I agree. Troy M, what's your most memorable Liverpool news that broke while you were doing a Kopish stream? This one's easy for me.
Fabinho.
No, we weren't doing Kopish then.
We weren't.
Oh yeah.
That was when we were up at Cheeky Sport Drift.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big J and the Cheeky Sport boys.
This has to be it has to be after we just got our arse handed to us and then we got told that we're going to Santiago.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
And we thought that they were just gassing us up because they were trying to help the fact that we just.
I said it online.
Yeah.
Because remember, I did a watch along for that game.
It's Thiago. I'm thinking of it now. Thiago, bro.
Oh, that watch along was tough. Oh, geez, that was rough. Yeah, that was a Thiago one. Marcus Barnes says, not concerned. I expect him to sign a new contract. However, he'll be 33 at the end of the current deal and is coming off the back of a couple injury-plagued seasons. Very true. So hence why I think you don't give him a 4-year contract now. You kind of give him an extension and kind of see where he goes. In my opinion. Nisa says, hey lads, do you think Hendo leaves? Do you think Klopp would give up and leave because man, they are making it hard on him? It's sad. He deserves more. Hendo leaves. Does Klopp leave, guys? Good question, by the way, Nisa.
No, but he starts to think about his future, though.
Yeah, I don't think that literal one thing would make him go.
Genie and Hendo, 2 players he wanted to keep.
But there's such a thing as an avalanche. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it picks up momentum, and that's the scary thing. You can imagine it's like a snowball rolling down the hill. When it starts little, and then it just keeps collecting as it's going down.
Yeah, snowball effect. Yeah.
It'll be like, hold on. So Genie's gone, Hendo's got, and then he'll start thinking, well, and it'll be a snowball. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a worrying thought because what you're doing is you're putting more pressure on him to perform as a manager, and you're putting more pressure on him to deliver against teams who are just going out and solving problems the easy way, and he's got to do it the hard way. And he's only human, and there's going to be a point where he's going to go, yeah, I love this job, I love this club, but this is difficult, man. Like I can't keep having sleepless nights about this shit no more. It's bad for my health. Because you know what a lot of people forget? A lot of people forget that I know Klopp's not quite in this category because he's a kind of younger manager. But when you get to that age, that level of stress is not a good idea, you know? You know, people always forget about this when it comes to managers. When you're in your late 50s, 60s, 70s, when you're in those age brackets, no sleep and stressing all day, every day is not a good fucking idea. And that's what these men are doing. That's why you got to rate the Roy Hodgsons and them man who go way into their late 60s and that. And you're like, right, you're dealing with this pressure at that age. That is a madness.
Crazy. So, Kev says, as a pod viewer, the night of the Super League was one of his most memorable. In fact, guys, there's a question for you guys in the comments. What has been one of your favorite moments from one of our podcasts and one of our most memorable? I'd love to get your take on that. It'd be funny to hear what you guys say. Jamie.
I know it's really weird, but one of my most memorable moments in thingies when we had KG on when we was doing the build up for the Leeds.
Oh, game. Leeds, yeah.
And thingy put I can't remember. I feel really guilty. I can't remember the name of the super chatter's name. But he said one of these days during the show, Matt's gonna get towed away.
Matt's gonna what?
Get towed away. When you're filming in the car, he said you're gonna get towed away.
Oh my god, really? Jeepers. You leave me, mate. You leave me alone, mate. You know? Still
that moment was like, I think that's one of the biggest days I've ever had.
Hold on, we got a few here. So football related, Cal's FSG rant. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a big one still.
The Premier League celebration, that was big as well.
All right, not even that. What's been your biggest like things from each of us? Like, what's your biggest like?
I think they're listing them now.
I listen them now, like your favorites. Like, what are your favorites from each of us? Like,
Drifty shouting at Adrian for that leg.
We're done, Cal.
Yeah.
Cal, it's done.
Yeah.
Cal sitting there like, oh, but we still. I was like, that Cal was done, bro.
No, do you know what? I remember this. Hey, Drift, gonna give it back again.
Legendary.
Hey, shut down the whole thing, you know.
The whole thing. Liverpool Lee signing the contract. That was big.
That was big.
I came on there with the toilet tissue around his neck, you know.
That was big.
Lee's absolutely brilliant for that. There's been a lot, man.
Someone said this. That's been a few times.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. That was but that one there was funny because we said it to you about.
We said about 6 times.
I was joking. Man was like,
"Are we live?" I was like,
"Yes, yeah." I was like, "No, what are you talking about? We're not live." Look at the thing in the bar.
I think it was about 5 minutes.
Look at the thing in the right hand side.
But yeah, I'm ready to go live. But you lot, me and Carl were like, bro, we said it 3 times, bro. We are live.
Listen. I was having a mare that day, you know. Alright, do you know another one? Alright, big up Manolo.
Manolo was joke.
Manolo, alright, brother. Manolo.
I'm not
even gonna lie. One of them is actually recent. When the Connor impression was on, and then Matt jumped into Nate Diaz.
Bruv.
I'm not gonna lie.
Legendary.
If someone does a Connor right now, I'll do a Nate.
A couple people say the first
time Cal pulled out the cartel, that had me gone.
I was finished, bro. I was done.
It was let me see your batty rider murder. That was the one.
Alright, another legendary one.
That was the Bashman only fans in it. Now I said, I might still start up, depending on how bills and everything come in the next few years. I might start up.
Remember Drift's back pay?
Yeah, back pay.
The back pay
obviously, me doing the FSG LeBron stuff.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, Cal. You're right. That one was the way you drew for that out of nowhere. Yeah, that was. Let me see about
Vince said,
Matt. I had to come off camera for that one.
Matt's laughter after he said, "Some man said Pepe had end products." I remember that one. I'm a big AFC, Rob.
You know what though? I think the the most uncomposed that Matt has ever been was when he realised I was telling the truth about Parkland. Matt was done.
He was.
He had to come off the thing. Like Matt was done on that.
I was done. I remember because you were like, "What?" I think the whole thing started with me saying, "No, that's it." Because I said to you, "Man, Adrian's never been bought before," and I remember Drift was like, "That's actually gonna get me going again."
Sunday league.
I remember Drift was like, "So hold on a minute. You're telling me we could just go down to a local bar to stop fucking man."
The Sunday, you remember the Sunday league one? The Sunday league shouts.
Yeah, the Sunday league, but
Sunday
yeah,
league shouts. To be fair, Sunday league shouts was more the
wins.
guys in the comments. To be honest, everyone in the comments.
It was the people
wins.
in the comments that was killing us with the Sunday one.
No, part life. It's part life, bro. When you said
if we knew man's location like Habib, we could have just started packing him in, bro.
It's the way you said it. It's so normal. You were just like, yeah, you know what, bro? We're gonna just go park and start packing, man. You
know. Here's another one. Cal describing Sean Dyche getting off to
How
Nat
can a
Phillips.
part man have a goal past Adrian on his resume? What the fuck?
I'm already crying, you know.
Walking his dog and pass the ball back, mate. Man, just top sneb, bang.
We're cooking Arsenal. Sean Dyche.
I'm actually
We've given you guys quite a lot of memorable moments.
We have.
We have.
Give it a pass.
Really have.
What was the song?
Right, I know, but you're already gone, bro. I'm gonna bring you back, bro, before you go too far. I see, man. I know we're Matt's old one, and he's over now.
Oh man,
we've had some legendary ones.
Man,
LeBron in the private jet
as well. That's what kills it. Oh boy, yeah, LeBron. Yeah, for real.
The barbecue,
the
barbecue.
Oh man.
Yeah, we've had some moments, man. We've had some moments. All right. Liam Kenny says, just imagine if it was Hendo and Genie both leaving this summer and McGinn and Sanchez are the replacements. Oh,
Sean McGinn. No, I'm not gonna lie, we riot, bro.
Yeah, that would be mad.
Storm. Like, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, that would take me back.
I'll go full Takeshi's Castle on that one, bro. Man would just be all over the shop.
I can't even lie. You can't. It's just not acceptable, innit? Like, it's just not acceptable. Like, bro, if we lose Henderson and Gino Adam, you best go and get us some absolute donnies to the point where
they gotta be monster players.
Yeah, like monsters.
It's gotta be like Goretzka and
Verratti or something, or
or you know
what I mean? Like some serious ilk of player, bro.
Engage. Let's not forget about Engage.
Oh yeah, Engage. You know. He's great.
Merch coming soon. Yeah.
Oh man.
Scoop on Football said, "Miss Super Chat, are we united to give contracts to dead players like Jones and Young? Get Naby out now. Can't justify this nonsense. Sorry, not sorry, Matt. Sorry." Not sorry. I'm just living a dream.
No.
Don't forget about the other Naby. The other Naby. Can't forget about the other Naby. Hey.
Yes, Dad. Oh, Naby. Hey, Naby, don't watch this, bro. Don't watch tonight's episode. I know, Naby, if you're watching it on no, you took the piss. Naby, delete it from your library. Just delete. Don't even. If it comes up as you know them ones there. Don't watch it. This is. And then Naby laugh.
Oh my god! Oh man!
Nah, do you know what?
Oh man!
We need to be careful. We need to be careful, people. Alright, the players.
That's actually drawing tears, man.
Alright, watch this thing. Alright, Naby. Alright, man, still got your back. Still, I was laughing in that party. You know what I mean?
Oh man!
Oh,
That was horrible.
Nabi and Khalid linking up, yeah. Another one. Nabila.
Man, I forget Salah on the remix. Nabi.
Oh, jeez. That's not me for 6. That one. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, jeez. Oh man. Oh, composure. The
Salah on the remix, you know.
Yeah, the masseuse. Remember, obviously, when I got caught slipping during the show in my dressing gown.
Oh,
never again will I do that. Never again will I do that.
You know, composure's gone today. Like, I can't lie.
Demo says, have to say the most memorable was you guys giving opportunities to share our thoughts after games. The invention of Kop-Ish call-ins. Love you guys. Nah, big up to you guys, man. You guys made that happen.
Yeah, man. You lot are the stars of that show. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the calls have been
legendary.
Come on now.
Legendary.
Was it? I don't. Was it Mark A? Remember when he said that he don't even eat fish fingers anymore because it's got FSG in it? I was done. After he said that, I was finished.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Mark A just legendary.
He's legendary, bro.
Because he's either going to hit you with jokes or he's just going to hit you with those cold, hard facts.
Cold, hard facts.
You got to take it.
They got Mark A, brother.
All day, every time.
Legend, bro.
Liam Kenny, Goretzka, Saul, and Basuma would be the only way to soften the betrayal. Yeah, that would go a long
something
way.
like that. Yeah, would go a long way to make it, man.
I still wouldn't even feel satisfied if it was Hendo and Genie both going, but yeah. Mark
I don't even know. I
remember. Apologies to whoever it was, but that joke got me though. That joke.
Yeah, I remember someone's like, I don't even like fish fingers. It's got FSG. That I was done.
Zizi says Villa show more ambition than we do. Disgusting. At the moment, I want to see what it's like after they sell Grealish, though, because they may just be selling players and just using that money that they're going to get from Grealish.
Remember, Buendia is a pretty good replacement if he does go. So, you know what I mean?
LFT Sports TV says, nah, Hendo situation, big up Kopish every time. That was when we were just joking about. Abubakar says, I wonder what Jamrock has to say about this. Hashtag FSG out. Jamrock's already said his piece. Jamrock don't look, I'll be honest. One thing no one can say about 1975 Jamrock, he doesn't hide. He does not hide. He's about. He doesn't hide.
And Jamrock's a legend. Are you mad?
100.
Never hides. Never hides and always explains his point of view. Mano, thank you very much for your super chat. Waltz and Matilda says the Hendo news has come from his camp, which is surely a last resort. So he's obviously peed about it, and the situation isn't good. Yeah, that is not good if that's the case.
Yeah, it's not good at all. I agree with some of that as well.
Callum versus Chelsea fan. That's Abs, by the way. Do you know what? Shout out to Abs as well, because Abs gives as good as he gets. I got him that one time, but I know Abs will get me back in the future. So I'm taking this. It's Connor Dustin. Like, I won the first one. Abs is probably going to get me back the next time we go. So I'm not even going to get happy about that one. Musa says it's a factor that the club is run on analytics. That's true as well. Maybe there's something in analytics as to why they're seeing or potentially not giving Hendo the contract he wants. Maybe, again, not justifying it, but that could be a factor as well. Waltz and Matilda say FSG have to get real with wages our players are on. VVD could go to any club in the world and earn twice as much. Mo the same. This is the cost. Very good point.
So let me ask you something. Yeah, if it's about analytics, I'm not even going to shade Naby anymore because I love the guy. It's just all jokes, but I'm going to use a couple other men as examples here. If it's based on analytics, how do we justify keeping Joel Matip on the book? How do we justify keeping Shaqiri on the book? Because these guys are taking up a foreign position in the squad.
I think Shaqiri's different now. They're trying to get rid of Shaqiri. They're trying to get rid of Shaqiri for a while.
All right, well, let's just use Matip as an example. We all know the man's quality is absolutely undoubted. But we also know that he very rarely stays fit for like 2 games in a row, whatever. So if it's based on analytics, what is the justification for keeping Matip at the club?
I think this is what I'm thinking. Liverpool, even though Ibu has had his issues, I think Liverpool feel like they can keep him fit. That's what I generally feel like, they can keep him fit, right? The reason why I think Matip hasn't been sold yet is because they generally believe that even if he has those niggles throughout the season, you're gonna have Gomez and Virgil and Ibu more times fit than not. So even if they're 75%, Gomez comes into that rotation. Sorry, Matip comes into that rotation. I generally feel like they're gonna rotate a lot of the centre backs this season. I think they're gonna assess who's gonna be first choice, who's not, and they're gonna base it on who's fit. They kind of know that if you want to replace a player though, like John Matip, bro, let's be real, as we said, if John Matip is fit, probably he's one of the best defenders in the Premier League.
One of the best in the world.
And so if you're going to replace him, it's going to cost you some serious P that they don't have. So even though I feel like Liverpool really rate Matip, I also kind of feel like as well, they know that to replace him, it will cost too much money. So it's better of holding on to him, give him one more year, unless he fully breaks down. That's when I think they'll go, yeah, do you know what?
Matt, you want to know what's Matt? Even though I fully agree with you on everything you said.
Yeah.
Again, based on analytics, correct me if I'm wrong, because it was a little while ago when I saw this. The most league games Matip has played in the last 3 to 4 years of our success is 17. So if we're going on analytics, bro, how often does this brother actually play to be worth keeping him around?
Here's the thing, no, what you're saying is right. I just think
that's a good point.
I think Liverpool are basing it on the fitness of Virgil coming back and being not impervious to anything, but him being okay, so to speak. So again, 75 to 80% of the games. Same with Gomez. At least
so
same with Ibu.
Would you say Matip is fourth choice now? Yeah.
I would say no. Here's the thing: if Matip is fit for the start of the season, I actually think Matip plays. I actually think he does, because from what I'm hearing, Matip is ahead of Gomez and Virgil van Dijk.
I think it's going to be Matip and Konate who start the season.
Yeah, they're going to start, but I think they'll manage. They'll manage Matip. This is what they'll do. They'll manage him. So
don't even be surprised. Don't even be surprised if it's Phillips as well. Don't be surprised if it's Matip and Phillips.
If he stays.
Yeah, Naldini's staying. In my mind, Naldini's not going.
He's staying at the moment, but I think if certain bids come in for like between 10, 15, I think we will sell. That's what I think. I don't agree with it, but I think we will sell.
So how do we feel about Konate and Matip starting the season? Are we all right with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But we finished the season with Phillips and Reece Williams, bro. I'm more than all right
with that,
bro.
It can always improve, but I'm cool with it, though, bro. I'm cool with it. They're gonna get better as well. So.
Abubakar says Billy Cometio laughing faces. It's a bit harsh. Slyros one says Adrian thinking he's newer, getting his new deal first. Oh boy. Yeah, no further comments on that. S Adventures says give Karius a contract extension while we're at it. No.
Rather not.
You know what? That's just reminding me, guys. It seems like I'm having a shady day, yeah. But if it is what it is, I'm hot. Allow me. I was watching Liverpool training, yeah. And they went to the goalkeeper section. There was a couple of minutes. Goalkeeping, yeah. No. Here's the worst thing about goalkeeper training at Liverpool. John Archerberg is the man taking the shots.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's normal.
Have you seen how bad he is at shooting?
Bruv, that is normal goalkeeping.
In what way is it going to help the goalies improve when somebody who's not good at shooting is taking shots?
All right, so I'll be honest. I've not seen it, so I can't comment too much. But
I've seen it.
Oh, is it bad? All right, don't ruin it for me. Let me watch it myself.
I'll say it.
And I'll send you an emoji about my thoughts later.
And you know the wickedest thing? I'm watching Karius jump up like the save was great.
Someone just said Karius' save, LOL. Okay, I need to watch this.
I will say this though, Karius is better than Adrian, you know. I'll say that.
Talent-wise, yeah.
I'd rather keep Karius than Adrian.
At the start, he's late.
I would.
Nah, I don't. I disagree, Matt.
No, I would.
Shall I tell you what Adrian is?
You see, in my opinion, yeah. I don't know as much as all these people do, but I feel like a big part of training when it comes to shot stopping should just coincide with finishing training from strikers. So it shouldn't be you are actually learning how to save shots from someone who's not good at shots. They should coincide. So when Mo and Mane and all them man, they go to their part where they're like, all right, this is finishing. It'll be like, all right, let's bring the two together. Keepers in. Now your training is part of our training. Like John Archibald taking dead shots is giving man a false sense of security out here, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like real talk, like it is. Like, come on, man. Like, how's that helping in any way?
There was one training.
Sorry, Matt, going back to what you said, this time and Drift, I'm gonna do my best with this analogy here. But shall I tell you what is with Adrian and Karius, yeah? Adrian's that guy that you'll go out with every weekend, and you know for a fact you're gonna get into a small confrontation, but it never ends in a fight because Adrian always backs down, apologizes, and ends up buying drinks for the people he started trouble with. Yeah. You'll go out with Karius every week, but once a month, Karius is going to pinch the bum of a girl who is going out with the baddest man in the club, and you lot are going to have to run for your life at least once a month, and sometimes you get caught and end up in hospital. That's the difference between the two. You know what you're getting with Adrian. With Karius, you don't know if you're going to end up in hospital. You don't know if you're going to be in an alley hiding in a bin. You don't know what you're going to be doing. But all you know is something mad once a month is going to happen with Karius, and you might not live to tell the tale.
Bro, I'm going to be real, though.
How was that, Drift?
I like that. That was good.
Cool.
Bro, have you seen the clip of when Minamino scores, I think, a left-footed shot? I think he goes through someone's legs. Have you seen Adrian's attempt to save it?
No. I hear you.
No. I
hear you, man. I hear you.
No.
But do you want to get rushed by the bad man in the club, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
Because I don't, bro.
People
I don't want to see Tyrone and them man roll up on me, be like, big man, come here, big man.
Neither do I. But I'm telling you, Karius is better than Adrian. He's better than him.
He's got more talent.
Bro, Adrian, don't get me wrong, they're both shocking, man. Like, we're just talking about, like, bruv. Thank you. I ain't not, bro. He's seen it. If you watch this, and this is what Kyle wants rather than Karius, yeah, bro.
No,
I'd rather
I can't have Karius back,
bro. I'm telling you from now, Adrian, if he plays next season coming up, he's going to cost us bag of points if he plays.
And so will Karius.
Remember, I told you, he won't cost us as much.
Yes, he will, Matt.
You know the wickedest thing is, I get both of you lots points. I actually agree with Matt that Karius is a better goalkeeper, but I actually agree with you, Cal, that at least with Adrian, you know what you're getting. Like, literally, both of you are actually making valid points. So what I say to you is, what would you rather do? Die of suffocation or drowning?
But here's the thing. Remember, no one's even tried to buy Karius.
Bro, I hear that. No one has ever bought Adrian in his life. We are the only people.
Dare I say it though? Dare I say it, Matt? We may be the only people that bought Karius as well, potentially.
No, but he was young though, isn't it?
He's young though.
Bruv, we still only been bought. Bruv, how many loans has he had?
Let me ask you this.
Besiktas tried to send him back early.
Bruv, I hear you. He was mentally broken.
No,
but you see, Adrian.
Matt, that's like you being Matt, that's like you. No, hear it. Matt, do you know what that's like? That's like you being naughty. That's like you being naughty. The teacher sends you to the headmaster's office, and you're so bad, the headmaster sends you back to the class. Says, "I can't deal with it. You deal with it."
Okay. What's the game where we got absolutely piped? I think it might have been Aston Villa. Yeah, where Adrian was in the wrong location. So imagine going to your WhatsApp and finding Drift is in Central and you've gone to South London. That is Adrian. Nah, brother. Not on it. Not on it. And not only that.
That's a fair point.
Bro, and not only that, yeah. What hurts the most, this brother think he's sick. So it's not only that he's like, again.
Yeah,
but you know what though, man?
Karius was modelling.
Bro, he thinks he's sick.
No, but Karius was modelling after we lost the Champions League final.
Okay, Karius was modelling. Another guy decided to release, a promo of him in a stadium that he apparently rented out. Brother,
no, you know what,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually respect what Adrian did because if you never felt like
Drift, don't lie.
No, you hate Cal. Did I even say at the time that I respect it? I did. You can go and check the tapes. I said it because you know what? if you realize that you're not really good enough, but you're still gonna just be like, I'm winning, fuck it. You gotta rate that. You have to rate that.
Sorry, Matt, I might need your assistance here. Drift, look away now. But Kev says lots on Twitter now linking Origi to West Ham.
When it rains, it pours, isn't it?
As it did earlier on today in England, it really did. Drift, I don't even.
But you look, remember I told you, I'm actually coming to the not the realization. What's when you're like accepting something? Anyway, whatever it is. That,
this is you to the haters when you thought Origi was gonna stay still. And this is when you find out that he might go to West Ham.
I'm so tired of this shit. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
So true.
What are you saying? Man, are gonna start sending me condolences cards and that.
But they've already started in the comments. I'm seeing people saying sorry for your loss. Oh boy, sorry, Drift, man. Sorry.
Man.
Kev, that was an RKO, Kev. That came out of nowhere. I didn't even know that was being discussed. Zota says Drifty has an agenda against Naby. I disagree. I'll be honest. Everything Drift said this evening, I can't disagree with. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, I know, Matt. I'm sorry. I know. But, bruv, when I asked you the question about naming 5 games, bruv, I asked that because I didn't know the answer myself.
No, bruv, I had to think about it, but Scoop answered the question. I didn't. Fair enough. But, there's people out there that they know what he does,
Mario says, I've been FSG in all this time, but if the rumors are true about my captain Hendo, then I'm done. I thought I said Donnell for a sec.
There's, you know what, like Mario, there's a lot of people where that final straw that breaks the camel's back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like FSG have been doing that a lot where people do back them and then they'll do one more stunt and the people will be like, enough's enough.
Dinesh says, Drifty, if Henderson goes, I will be peed off. They gave Adrian a new contract and Hendo getting a new contract. FSG needs to go. Yeah, I can't live in a world where that happens. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I had to live in a world where Genie didn't get a contract and he did, and like I said, I'm on the Truman Show. You know what I'm saying? Where's Ashton Kutcher gonna come out like,
that one hurts.
What is going on? What is going on?
Yafu says Hendo didn't bat up his boy Pickford about Virgil. Ooh, Drift, that's a point still.
Was Hendo playing in that game?
Yeah, remember he scored the winner that got disallowed.
It don't matter.
Okay. That was the only game this season where we've come close to naming our best starting 11. That hurt.
I mean, I'd have to go back and actually watch how it all unfolded because, you know what I mean?
John the Second says, sounds like FSG are trying to push Hendo out the club, similar to how they did Gerrard, but some have forgotten about that. I haven't. Everyone knows about me and Gerrard. I haven't forgotten about that. Karen says, what size coffin do you guys reckon Naby would fit in? Because he's dead. Love you, Matt. Bro. Jeez.
No. Wow.
That was actually a thing.
Karen? Wow. I'm going to be real, Karen.
This is Karen.
$100. We're done. Even though he wrote me a check. We're done.
That was Karen. Bro, Karen just came in there with different type of smoke.
I don't even know what to say to that, bro. That is
damn.
Yeah, I think
Karen came in here and destroyed it. Whoa.
Yeah, that's not football though. I'm struggling to see the football side.
That was rough, Karen. I'm not gonna lie, Karen. That was rough. That was rough.
Yeah. Do you know? I will say that these are the thoughts of Karen, not the thoughts of Kopish. No, it's not even that. It's just I wouldn't associate that with any player. Like me personally,
Yeah, that was.
That's a bit like.
All right. Next super chat. Mr. Dare I say it, Drift. No matter what extension we give to Naby, his value will always remain 10 to 25 mil. Plus, any team who buys him deserves to become the next Berry. I'm sorry, Matt, bro. Oh.
What's that? I didn't mean,
the next Berry, as in go out of commission, basically, because they should be signing him. Sly Ross says, does Drift want Paul Heyman as a manager? My client, that's to do with Ricky, I think. Or even that could even be Hendo. 1975 Jamrock says it just wasn't for Hendo. Drifty wants to keep all the main players until they are ready to leave on their own accord, retire at Liverpool. Mane, Bobby, Salah. Yeah, right. there's got to be middle ground. There's got to be middle ground.
Damn right. I told you. They're the only ones who are allowed to do what they want when they want.
Sorry, I just have to put a disclaimer out quickly.
He also goes on to continue to say, Drift, you got to let this genie stuff go, my dude. Want to see 22 to 24-year-old midfielders replace those of 30-year-old Genie was that wished it was Millie. See, again, I don't agree with the whole age thing. I don't think you can just put it down to age all the time. For me, that's a very, very singular approach to look at these things. I think it's more than just age. Again, you'll see Naby and Genie. Naby is much younger than Genie, but who's more reliable? It's not even close.
Every time my cooler away from the camera to give myself a little breather, the phone goes, yeah, I'm too hot, mate.
My battery's about to go as well, you know.
We're going to wrap up shortly. Mazza says, absolutely buzzing to see VVD and the boys back this season. Also, what are your hopes for Elliot this season? Big up yourselves. Thoughts on Elliot? What do you think he'll be do you think he'll be a player who gets a lot of game time, or do you think he'll be used bit part?
I think it's all going to be dependent on who we sign, isn't it? I think if we don't get anyone, I think he might end up getting as much game time as Jones did, you know.
What position?
He'll probably play him out wide. I know he's not great there, but he probably will. He'll probably be the one to play if Salah comes on.
Yeah. Mario says, this is how you treat someone that's given 10 years of his career to Liverpool. No shame, whatever. Klopp would pick Hendo over anyone in that position. Mugs. Once again, the mugs isn't for us before anyone reads it and starts thinking Mario's coming at us. He's speaking about FSG.
I reckon if you sat Klopp down and you said, who are the first three names on your team sheet? Hendo and Alisson and Van Dijk are the three that he would tell you they're the three that go on my. Obviously, I'm talking about if everybody's fit. Those are the three that I reckon are the ones he goes without a shadow of a doubt. Those three, bang, bang, bang. Maybe
interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Even if he's feeling like he wants to start changing things up, he definitely wants Hendo in the squad. Like 100%. Like he doesn't want Hendo gone, regardless of even if he thinks, all right, I might replace him and bring someone in who I'll play more. But he still wants Hendo in the squad. 100%.
See, I'll be honest. I think there's only two names on the whole. So I'd say the only three names that I think are guaranteed starters, in my honest opinion, is Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah.
I think they're the three that would be on every other person's.
I think on Klopp's as well.
Yeah.
I think those three are our biggest difference makers.
Who is actually club captain if he goes? Because it's too easy to go Van Dijk. I don't know if that's it. Who's club captain if he goes?
It's got to be Virgil. Virgil, Robbo.
I'm actually depressed, man. The fuck
I don't think there's anything to be depressed about right now. I don't see it happening. I don't see him going.
It's the fact that this is even a topic, Cal, which is what's depressing.
No, I hear that. But you know, Snoop Dogg said it. There will be ups and downs, smiles and frowns. Like this is a frown. We're smiling a bit. But Hendo will get that new contract. I have no doubts about that one. I don't know why I feel so confident about it. Hendo's the one I feel confident
smells
about.
a little bit like when you told me Genie was going to stay and I tried to believe you.
Yeah, that was me trying to make you cope. I'm not going to lie. I was lying to you. I can be honest about it now. That was me trying to lie to get you through the season, bro, because I was genuinely worried about you. That was me saying, when you say to a child, oh, it's not going to hurt, but really it is going to hurt, but you just got to try and... That was me just lying to you throughout the season, Drift. I knew he was going, bro. Part of me was almost starting to convince myself, and then I was like, nah, it's not going to happen, but I can't let Drift know that I've given up on hope as well. Sorry, bro. I know. All right, before we go, though, I think today marks 3 years since we signed Alisson, if I'm not mistaken. So,
man, that can do both, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you Alisson's 3 top moments, Drift. This is strictly down to, and then I'll ask everyone in the comments as well, and then I'll give mine. If Matt's about, then he'll give his.
No research time, nothing.
Nothing.
All right,
nada.
Straight out the back, the 2 that come straight to my head is the save against Napoli in the Champions League group stage, in the dying minutes of that game, and come on, obviously the West Brom game when he scored the header. What other one would I put in there?
I think I might cut, guys. I would say Napoli save.
Yeah.
Obviously the header. I would also say the save against.
Actually, I know it.
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
When he played that through ball to Salah for the second goal against
Man United. That's another one.
Another one.
So Napoli, Man United. Hold on, Napoli, Man United. Obviously the goal. 2. Well, you say 5, innit?
Yeah.
No, you said 3.
3. So
3.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So I would say that as well. Yeah. So Napoli, obviously Man United, and the goal. The goal's obviously number 1. Your goalkeeper ain't supposed to score, bro. Your goalkeeper ain't supposed to score whatsoever. Nothing can beat that, in my opinion.
If you add the emotional attachment to it, that's probably top 5 best moments under Klopp.
Even, do you know what though? Even the performance against
Tottenham in the Champions League final.
Yeah, and Barca in the second. Remember a couple of saves against Messi as well in the Champions League semi-final, second leg.
Do you not think Alisson could be a good captain?
Not
he's
against
definitely
it.
got the leadership and the respect of the whole.
He's got the qualities. He's got the quality to do it. Definitely. Whether he would be, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of having my goalkeeper as a captain, though.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's the thing.
I've never been a fan of it. For me, my top 3, the goal, obviously, that's just crazy. The Napoli save. But I'm also going to go a game in the 18-19 season where we beat Burnley away from home, and he made a very, very good save. It was going top corner. He saved it, then kept the ball in, and then started a move for us to score the winning. Well, not the winning goal, but the defining goal in the game to make it 3-1.
That was wicked.
I think that moment was excellent. He's had so many, and hopefully it continues for the foreseeable future. I
was going to say, remember when he rainbowed my man?
Yeah, that was cheeky. That was cheeky.
Hell, bro.
That was very cheeky. Peter Butler says, elephant in the room is Klopp's deal. 3 years left. Maybe FSG are planning post-Klopp. No one wants to think about it, but Klopp will leave one day. Peter. Klopp's never leaving, Peter.
Never leaving.
Peter, he's never leaving. Peter, look at me. Klopp's never leaving. He's just going to keep on renewing and renewing and renewing. He's not leaving. I just thought I'd clear that up for you. He's not leaving. 1975 Jamrock said, for midfield, it's age for me. They do most of the running. Hendo, Gini, Thiago, Millie, all 30 or older. Eves, we need an Eves, Saul, or Nehu's Newhouse in that crop of rebuild. Yeah, but again, midfield's also experience as well. And again, look at someone like Modric. I know he's a bit of an outlier, but Modric, like,
I mean, Cruz is 30 as well, playing next to him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what Jamrock's saying.
I get. Like, I'm not completely against that. I'm like you, Drift. I'm not completely against, but I just don't think it should be the be all and end all.
But that's why we bring in Basuma then, and then we've got a youthful player to come in, so we've got balance, right?
Yeah. I don't want to see Hendo go, and I don't think we will. I genuinely don't. I'd be extremely shocked if he went. He'd probably shock me more than any other transfer, because he's not a player that's really, like, you could understand if Salah or one of those left because they're coveted, they're really wanted by loads of different teams. Hendo's not, and that's nothing to do with his quality. He's just not a fashionable player. So, and then also the fact that he's so loyal, the fact that he's loved. I think so many things would have to go wrong for him to leave. I just don't think it will happen. Mario says they will rename the Kop to the Klopp. I don't think they will. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Kop statue or Kop stand one day.
I was just about to say, considering he actually delivered the Premier League, getting a stand named after him or getting a statue is not far-fetched at all.
In my head, I think as things stand, Gerrard and Klopp will get statues and or stands named after them. But they'll have something at the ground just to honour them, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, rightly so.
That goes without saying.
Has to. I'm surprised.
But then again, we don't have. I know we've got Kenny. We've got the Kenny stand, but we don't have a Kenny statue, which is kind of mad.
Yeah, but you've got a stand though, innit?
I know, but
stand is that's a lot still.
No, it is. But remember, the stand was only given to him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but even still, that's still big though. We don't. But again, because we've had so many historically great players, it's hard to give statues to everyone, isn't it?
I agree.
Because there's about we could look through the list. We could look through the list of all our past players and think of about 30 players who would get statues at a lot of other clubs. Like look at Man City. All of our players would get statues at Man City.
Yeah. Cool.
Boy, we'll see. But people, we are going to end there. Drift, Matt, anything you want to say before we take the people out?
Apologies, you can't see people. Battery is literally on 2%. I might even cut while I'm talking, but the new mic will be back, people. Hopefully tomorrow I should get my new mic again. Even though I had it the other day. Yeah, it's a long thing. But yeah, man, we're moving. Hopefully Henderson ain't sold by the time we wake up tomorrow, bro.
1975 Jamrock says, not about Hendo, it's more about Genie and Milner. I would have kept Genie and Hendo. LFC need to start rebuilding by replacing some. Should have started yesteryear. I agree with that.
But just for the few people asking where I put the Origi one, when the new stand is getting
Origi one
constructed. Like how Spurs have got the bird up that looks over the pitch.
Raw, man's taking for Batman, yeah. All right, cool.
Love it.
That's where I'm putting the
Raw. Cool. I'm not gonna say anything onto that. It's been a wonderful show, people.
You lot cheered me up because I was pissed off. So I'm in a better mood now than I was.
Until you start reading Twitter and Henderson stuff popping up.
I ain't doing no social media after this, bro. If I'm hearing all Origi's going, I will watch.
Yeah, you might want to stay off Twitter, bro. It's kind of hectic.
Yeah, I will watch West Ham a lot next season if he's there. Rago. It is what it is.
No.
But nah, people, enough love. Thank you very much for tuning in. Smash the like button if you haven't already. We're back tomorrow with the daily news show. Also, Liverpool's got some friendlies tomorrow, so you'll see us for that as well. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of us this week, people. You're going to see a lot of us. So make sure you follow us on social media. Also, follow us on Twitch, guys. We are going to be starting to do some Twitch-only videos as well in the next couple of months. So make sure you follow us on Twitch so you don't miss those stuff as well. Mario says they should put Klopp's head on top of the Kop. I'm good with that. Not his actual physical head. So it's not Game of Thrones or anything like that. But yes, people.